Bad Boys, Opie and Anthony, are about to make their return to the airwaves.
Opie and Anthony were pulled from the airwaves 2 years ago after a sex stunt at St. Patrick's Cathedral.
Opie and Anthony are back, so why won't the FCC be able to touch them this time?
The duo has signed with XM Satellite Radio.
Their contract with Infinity expired back in May, but the no-compete portion is up until October.
No arrests have been made. Police are still investigating.
The blonde one, two so-called radio shock jocks.
Our society needs borders, needs parameters.
You dick!
They get their jollies by saying, let's keep pushing the envelope.
They were doing what they were paid to do.
Shot. Even when there are bucks to be made, there's a price to be paid in terms of the cultural degradations that we do not want to be associated with anymore.
Are you adequately prepared to rock?
Shit, piss, fuck, cunt, cocksucker, motherfucker, and tits.
All right. We're in a delay. We're in a delay. Nice. It's like an echo in my headphones.
That's pretty weird.
Headphones.
That's
today's problem.
You hear it a couple of minutes later. A couple of seconds.
Is it working now?
There we go.
Oh, it was just one button?
One button.
Yeah, we're going to explain that today. Anthony and I are technology retards.
Man,
we want to blame everyone else around here, but when it comes down to it, Anthony and I are technology retards.
Yeah.
And you're pretty good with the technology.
I love it. You know, and I always buy the newest things, the newest computers and stuff. I like being up to date. But the stuff they have around here, and it seems like people will come in if we have a problem and fix it, but they won't tell us how it's done.
They just do it.
So we sit here, and before anyone gets here, very early in the morning, we're sitting here like, I don't know how to turn this on, Opie.
Right. Well, the show started, and I guess at home or if you're in your car listening to this, you didn't hear what we heard. But when I was talking, I wasn't hearing it in the headphones until 2 seconds later. So to me, it was like some kind of delay or an echo.
Very distracting.
So one of our pals, he just casually walks in, pushes a button that obviously I should know to push.
One button.
And then walks out rolling his eyes like, these stupid DJs.
Like the tech guy bit on SNL.
All right.
They laugh at us.
Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show. What's wrong now, Ben?
Welcome.
Ben, people hate.
I know, I'm sorry.
You're giggling in the background.
Stupid mic's on all the time, sorry.
I don't know you're giggling, Ben. You're having fun.
I'm having fun.
And I don't think Norton's mic is working. Talk.
Is this on?
Oh, God, your mic's not working.
Yeah, it is. I hear him.
Really?
I hear him kind of low.
Yeah, he's low.
I think you got to really punch him up.
Everyone's been saying I'm low. I don't know what to say, guys.
Yeah. You got to get right on the mic.
Well, which mic is his?
Right here, up in front of you.
No, this is me. This is Ant. They reconfigured all the buttons after we left yesterday just to make it
switched everything around.
That much harder when we come back today. I think someone is effing with us after we leave. I don't even know what mic you talk.
Hi, Ope.
No.
Good to be here.
All right, that's him.
Oh, that's him right there?
All right, I got to crank you up. There you go.
Why? I don't want to. I just.
No,
well,
you
so
have
we
to
can hear your lovely
You have to
voice.
be louder than everyone else. Okay.
Is that good?
I'm already sweating.
So
I'm already sweating. This is so frustrating. I'm starting to think that we probably should have debuted the new Opie and Anthony show November 1st.
Like November.
I think we needed another month to work out all the bugs here.
You wouldn't know the bugs were there, though, until you actually got on. So you'd have this problem into November, so it's probably best run now.
And then the trying to log on to something as simple as just logging on to the internet to check out some of the sites, see what's happening, a few current events or whatnot. And we can't figure out how to do that.
We came in here nice and early to prepare for the Opie and Anthony show. We got here at 4:30, which if you're like a faithful listener of the old show, I know you're falling down right now.
Oh, I know.
But yes, Anthony and I are taking this very seriously. We got here at 4:30. We came into this state-of-the-art studio.
Yep.
It's an unbelievable studio. And Anthony and I sat here for 45 minutes just sitting here waiting for someone to turn things on for us.
Couldn't do anything. We couldn't log on to the internet.
I got this unbelievable laptop that the company just gave me. Here.
Uh-huh.
This is your corporate laptop. Didn't even have to pay for it or anything. I don't have passwords for it or anything, so it's just sitting here.
And then I heard a guy came in before and said there's a ticket. Some ticket.
A trouble ticket.
A trouble ticket's been put in, so you'll be taken care of. It's like, what's a trouble ticket? Didn't it used to be a phone call where you just call them and go, hey, dude, what's the password? Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's this. There you go. But now, like, in the new corporate world, there's a chain of events that has to happen.
See, that's what I hate about radio. I've been doing radio a long time. It's gotten way too corporate.
And you have a lot of technology.
And way too much technology. It used to be you come into a radio station, you smoke a few joints, maybe do a few lines of coke, you pile up your CDs, and you go.
Mm-hmm.
Now you got to wait for all these engineers to come in to turn everything on for you.
You pile up your CDs, you mean records.
Your records.
It wasn't CDs.
My record. I don't go back that far.
Stereophonic records. Some hot wax, as we used to say in the biz.
All right, so here we are.
Spinning hot wax.
It's day 3 of the Opie and Anthony show. I was walking down the sidewalk here on 57th Street. I caught up with Anthony.
You scared the crap out of me, first of all, though, because I'm walking, and I'm just in a daze because it's early, and all there are walking the streets at that hour are the dregs of society, which I'm proud to be one of. So I'm not expecting to hear anything, and I hear, Anthony. It was frightening. I spin around waiting to see some guy with a cobblestone that he's going to wail over my head.
You didn't recognize my voice because I'm still, I still got this cold, and I'm calling out to you. You turn around all in a fright. And then we're walking down the sidewalk together, and all of a sudden, like a garbage pail moves, and both of us jump. Like, what the freak was that?
It's a woman that's a homeless woman living in a garbage bag.
But it looked like it was just a garbage pail, and it started moving.
It started moving. I was like, whoa, what the hell was that?
We jumped a little bit.
There are a lot more homeless in New York City than there were a couple of years back. I guess it's that thriving economy Dick Cheney was talking about last night, how everything's going up and everything's getting better and stuff. You could always tell how the economy is by the number of homeless on the street. A few years back when everything was really cranking, there weren't a lot of homeless people in New York City. Now, every you walk the street, especially at the ungodly hour of 4:30 in the morning, and you just see people reclining on the sidewalk on top of the subway grates, a little dirty blanket over them, and there's plenty of them.
Yeah, that's because the bars just closed.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then what I said is...
Those are just the drunks that have the jobs that start at noon, 1, 2 in the afternoon.
No, one thing you can tell the difference between are the drunks and the homeless, just by the smell.
That's true.
One guy will smell like booze. That's the drunk guy. And the homeless will smell like a horse's rectum. Ooh. Really bad. Yeah, you walk by, I swear, it might sound insensitive, but it's the truth. You walk by, and they have this aura of stink that's just around them because they have no home, by the way.
You know what helps with that?
They call them homeless.
What helps with that? And some teenagers to figure this out. Gasoline and a match. That really works wonders on that awful smell.
No. That is horrible, Jimmy Norton.
So then we pass the moving garbage pail, and then we get to the building.
Oh, this is adventure number 62.
The new home of the Opie and Anthony show. And we have to ring a doorbell to get into the building.
Yes.
How many buildings in New York City have doorbells to begin with?
Ring
on the sidewalk?
Doorbell.
So we have to ring the doorbell, and then we have to wait for the drunk that is the security guard for this building during the overnights. Man,
what a tool this guy is.
Man, he must have did real well on his SATs, huh?
Yeah, this is just a guy that is so bitter about where he is in life.
This guy's a miserable fuck.
There you go. Miserable.
He's just miserable. So Anthony's like, I just lay on the bell.
Yeah, because I walked up there because, the past few days that I've tried to get in, I ring the bell nice. I do a quick little, meh, like that, meh. And I wait. And I wait patiently for a long time. And if he doesn't show up, I got to hit it again. Meh, meh. And I wait for him. And this time I figured, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to lay on the buzzer. And I did. I just, meh. I laid on it. And the guy still didn't show up. Ope had to hit it again. Meh, meh, meh. And then here he comes. You could see down this long hallway through the locked glass door. It's like, oh, here he comes.
Just taking his
fat
sweet
bastard.
old time.
Yeah, he's sauntering up the hallway. Just not rushing at all. Not even breaking into a quick walk. It's this slow, what the hell are you bothering me for walk that he does to the door. Son of a bitch. And gets to the door and he's like, what's with the buzzer? I could be on the 20th floor. It's going to take me a while. You're going to have to be patient. You're not on the 20th floor. You're right around that corner that we can't see past from the door, sitting there getting tanked or something.
Or sleeping.
Or snoozing,
he's
right.
He's definitely sleeping.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I woke him up. I hit the alarm clock for him. That's what it was.
That's the alarm clock.
It's his alarm clock, and he's all pissed off. What a bastard that guy is. He's going to be fun to deal with.
Everyone in this place, from the building guy up, hates our guts.
Yeah, it didn't take long.
3 days.
Not even. We're in our third day, Jimmy.
Hates us.
It was 2 days it took to just get everybody pissed.
Well, they're going to just have to get used to us.
Yeah.
We're here to stay, so. And then, yeah. And, we might as well just sleep till 5:30. We're so motivated to get here early and get a good radio show on the air. And, there's problems all over the place.
The technology we can't figure out because we're stupid. And the technology has just gotten to the point where, I don't know. It might be too much. And coming from me, because I love technology, we might have gone too far. Years ago, people used to say, we've gotten too much technology, and now if we ever get in a case of a big emergency or something, we're really going to be screwed. I almost agree with that now. I actually do agree with that. Remember the olden days with the big steel file cabinets and everything was in those file cabinets? And then eventually when a bunch of people started using computers, the computers were just an easier way to access what you could get in those paper files. Now they've just eliminated anything paper at all. And once the big lights go out thing happens, when the lights go out and we're all reduced to being cavemen again, we're just screwed. We're going to be a bunch of soft people that can't even survive anymore. I think that's kind of a good thing. It'll weed out the population of people that can't get along with a gun and a good fire and cooking your own deer meat and fun stuff like that. But
we'll all get laid again. If we go back to the caveman thing.
Yeah.
Oh, what? You're talking about just club them over the head
Club
and
them
drag
over
them
the
into
head
the
and drag them into the... Yeah, sure. Into your cave.
I think we've just gone too far. Everything has been overcomplicated. The simple automobile has gotten to the point where, I'm amazed at my vehicle. Do you know if I lock my keys in my car, I can make a phone call and somebody someplace far away will unlock my doors? Or if I lose it in a parking lot, I could lose my car in a parking lot. I could call a number and they will beep my horn and flash my lights. When I hit OnStar, they tell me where I am. That's very scary.
That is scary.
It's kind of scary. And you don't think of it. You only think about the good parts of it where you're like, all right, this is cool. I'm driving. I used OnStar for the first time during our trip to Cleveland. And I hit it in the, OnStar, how may we help you, Mr. Kumia? They know who I am. They know exactly where I am. And I'm like, is there a Denny's within 5 miles of where I am? And they tell me where it is. They tell me where the Denny's is.
Yeah, you don't have to think anymore.
You don't have to think, which is kind of a bad thing when you think about, I don't know anyone's phone number. I don't know your phone number, Opie. I don't know yours, Jimmy. No one's phone number. Why?
Oh, no, that's all just programmed right in here.
Right, because I hit my cell phone and your name comes up and I hit the button where your name is.
That's it.
I don't need to know your phone number. But if I don't have my phone on me, I cannot call you. And that's happened before because you rely on the technology now.
It's making us all stupider.
It's making us stupid. So things like, getting a map out of your glove compartment and trying to find something, it's a thing of the past. Now with the navigation system in the vehicles, I don't have to know where I am at any given moment. I just know my car is going to take me where I need to be. I don't have to know how to get there. So if something happened to the nav system in the middle of it, I'm screwed. I'd be sitting there in between point A and point B, not knowing how I got there.
Going,
yeah, just going, help. OnStar, I'm lost. Can you help me? And you're crying through your technology for help. Help me. You need help now from technology.
Does it help you from falling asleep on the way home from this radio show?
Absolutely not. Again, yesterday, I think the only thing that saved me yesterday was a call from Frenchie wanting to know how he sounded on the air. Anthony, how was I? How was my spit? Ugh. Go surrender and shut up.
You know, speaking of technology, you see this story today? Driver feared that he was going to die. He was going 125 miles an hour. A mobile phone call may have saved the life of a panic-stricken French driver.
What do I do?
Was it Frenchie? Who found himself hurling down a motorway at 125 miles an hour, but
Let me call Billy Mac.
unable to slow down because of a mystery fault with his luxury saloon car.
There you go, see?
The driver called police to say the cruise control of the Renault Vel Satis had jammed while overtaking a lorry, and that all attempts to brake or put the automatic into neutral had failed. So he's just hurling down the highway going 125 miles an hour. He's heading toward, I think, a toll booth. He doesn't know what the freak
He couldn't
to do.
even take it out of gear?
That's what it says.
See, that's pretty scary.
Worthless European faggot.
He was panicking. He was doing between 110 and 125 miles an hour.
A croissant was stuck on my gas pedal.
He tells the police he was doing 87 miles an hour only, and then the car just accelerated away on its own.
Because of his cruise control.
Yeah.
Maybe he couldn't look up to see the road because of the German head on the back of his hand forcing his mouth up and down and up and down. You will be able to drive once I finish in your mouth, coward.
But there's a great example of the technology gone bad.
Plenty of technology, man.
But even when you write things down, it doesn't help. Like when you say you want a medium iced latte and you get a hot latte.
Uh-oh. Are you complaining about the coffee somebody brought you, Jimmy?
I want to throw it at somebody. I want to go down and find that Pat Cooper-looking building guy and throw my hot coffee in his face.
Wow, he does look like Pat Cooper.
I hope he dies. Yeah, he stinks.
Ben, what do you got? You keep walking in. Everything all right?
What's the matter, Ben?
No, everything's fine.
Are you getting nasty looks outside?
Oh, well, whatever.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
No, there's a problem with our phone system right now, as you might have
noticed. That's today's problem?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've noticed we don't have any calls coming in, and we usually have some calls coming in.
We usually have the lines all
It was kind of disheartening to look at the phone screen and see that no one's calling.
I thought people gave up. Well, that's nice. We, put out a topic out there that I'm sure a lot of people want to talk about and can relate to, technology, your vehicles, things like that. And the technology itself of our phones says,
we must be really brave radio personalities to put ourselves out there like this.
Put ourselves out there.
We're used to everything working like a fine-oiled machine. But
I know. It's just...
All right, so what's the problem with the phones today?
I don't know. They're trying to figure it out. Everything goes through Washington. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, that's the other problem.
The other thing,
we can't even turn on our own radio, our channel, high voltage 202. We have to wait for Washington to turn it on for us.
Yeah, this is merely a substation that we are at here. Everything has to happen down in Washington. They have to flip all the switches and whatnot.
It's technology on top of technology. I used to do radio back in the day where I had to turn on the freaking transmitter myself.
Really?
Turn it on, go down the hall, and do my radio show.
Did you have that?
That's all it was.
Did you have that big rotating pot that you used to have to turn?
Turn it all the way to the right to turn up the volume, yeah. So,
sparks coming out of it.
Any idea when the phones are going to work?
I don't know. They're working on it. I mean, at least we got to listen to the channel for a little while on a boombox out there. Rock out to some tunes. But
what do you mean boombox? What's a boombox?
Boombox.
Jimmy, now people are going to be very upset.
What? I'm just curious as to what boombox he's talking about. I don't know.
We got a boombox out there. I was rocking out to the tunes.
Well, Jimmy doesn't have one because he hasn't.
They have those XM? Oh, cool. Very good.
You still didn't get your XM radio?
No, I don't have one. Am I supposed to get one?
You have to speak to the right people, is what it is, Jim.
Is there who is there a guy whose last name is XM? I don't know who the fuck else to talk to. I've talked to 30 people already. Is Xylophone Michaels around?
Talk to the guy out there. He'll help.
All right, so we don't have phones to go to. No?
No phones to go to. And
why is he even here?
I don't know.
There's a lot of tension in this place.
There's a lot of tension.
See, we came screaming into here. The Opie and Anthony show came screaming into here, and it's a priority show. It really is. There's a lot banking on this program, and a lot of people are
pretty much. We're pretty much going to change radio as you know it,
right?
So we're kind of a priority.
A priority, and because we are. Certain other people and shows didn't have to take a back seat or anything, but things had to be changed around here. Get out of the car. Things had to be changed a little bit in these studios. These aren't big studios here in New York. The Washington facility is giant, sprawling, and beautiful. And the New York studios, the studio itself, high tech, nice size and everything. But the offices and the space for other people and other programs that are based in New York, not that much room. So it's kind of cramped. And when you're cramped in with the Opie and Anthony show, you have to really get along with the program, or it's going to be very, very uncomfortable.
It's like,
and it's starting to get uncomfortable.
It's
with
like
some
putting
people.
a lot of rats in one cage.
Right.
But see, the Opie and Anthony rats, we all have rabies.
Mm-hmm. Now,
we're out of control.
We do. Yeah. Myself, I don't really, and I never really have had that much of a problem with anybody. Even at the other place, I'd hear things. I pretty much keep to myself. I do the show. I go home.
You know how many times I heard that from people? Like, Ant's fine, but... Who do you think the problem usually is?
Why are you all looking at me?
I don't know, sociopath. Cause make the radio chick wait in the other room while I walk down the hall. Napoleon psychopath you are.
Oh my God,
that's not the story.
It was Carol Miller.
It was Carol Miller, first of all, and I wasn't the one who made her wait in the mailroom.
I have to wait.
How did
in the
that come
mailroom.
about? Ben knows.
Gary Wall.
Yeah, Gary
Our old
Wall.
PD.
Our old program director.
See, wherever
Gary
we go,
Wall.
we have conflict with people because we do a very different show than the other people around us.
And not many people understand what we do. They take certain things very personally, too. They take sometimes our bitching and moaning personally. And don't take it personally. We're just commenting on a situation. But some people take it very personally. They get very angry, and they don't get along with the program. And that happened with Carol over at NEW.
Well, we were at WNEW, which was just a legendary rock station, and all the other DJs there took pride in being able to seg a Led Zeppelin song into a Doors song.
Get the lead out on WNEW.
And they felt like that was a major talent to seg records.
Right.
All right, whatever. That's what you do.
And back in the old days, they got this whole thing that people wanted to hear the music and hear the jocks seg those tunes, and the jocks were, as the jocks like to say, one of their friends. The listeners actually would look upon the jocks as a friend that's sharing their music with them. And that's all they had to do was get on and play music, and they thought they were doing a very big thing.
By the way, can I just jump in as a listener? I never looked at the jocks like they were my friends. I looked at them that they were more jerk-off who won't play Sabbath. I hate the jocks, and I hate the way they talk until the singing starts. Hit play and shut your fucking yaps. the opening to Led Zeppelin, and Robert Plant, was saving some money on this Christmas.
Yeah, the talking over the beginning of the music. I don't know who started that one, but not a good
What do
thing.
they call it, Ope? Hitting the post, right?
Hitting the post, yes. Hitting the vocals there. So...
Yeah.
At NEW, Ant and I came in and started doing this crazy radio show, which was a lot different than the other jocks that just seg their tunes.
Yeah.
And there were fights every single day when we would take over the studio.
Yeah.
And then when we left the studio, the next DJ would come in and go, well, now that distraction's over with, let's go back to playing the music.
Yeah, it was almost like we were tainting that legendary rock station. It was like we were tainting it by getting on and talking. Because and deep down, anybody that's doing radio and segging songs wants to talk. They want to get on the air and speak their mind and talk about things that they think the people are interested in and stuff. And their boss tells them to shut up and play the music. So they get upset when a show comes on that is talking and just expressing ideas and having fun. And it makes tension.
So the fights were just getting out of control.
Mm-hmm.
Every day we were just going at it, off the air, on the air. It didn't matter anymore. So the program director at the time, Gary Wall, Ice Cream Man, he made a rule. I had nothing to do with this. This is why we're going down this road. I don't want people to think that I make rules like that. But he basically told Carol Miller that she had to wait in the mailroom until we passed by the mailroom back to our office from the studio.
Then she could come out.
And then as soon as she knew that the whole staff passed by the mailroom, she was allowed to leave the mailroom and go down the studio to do her show.
Mm-hmm.
That was the rule that was put in place.
Right.
Yes.
And did she actually not like that?
Yeah, she didn't like that.
Legendary jock told to stand by the Puerto Rican who's sorting letters while you young creeps waltz down the hallway. Can't believe the legendary jock wouldn't like that.
So that was a problem. We had a problem there. We always seem to have these problems, and now there just seems to be a little tension.
And now we got new problems at the new place. What?
And one more thing, back to Carol Miller.
Yeah.
She was all proud of her Segway. She didn't even run her own board. Eddie Trunk ran her board. And then other people that used to run her board had to drink because they couldn't take it. I mean, she was just such a mental case. She still is. It's all about the music, man.
All right, so now we have a problem with the guy that does the Frank's Place?
I don't know.
Is that
that's what I'm hearing.
hinting at here?
I think everyone here just hates us. I was here till like 4 o'clock yesterday, and I don't know.
Well, this used to be their studio. The studio that we're in used to be their studio, and now they see us come in. All of a sudden, the technology gets updated. There's a huge Opie and Anthony poster behind us on the wall. All the Frank Sinatra discs come down, the albums come down off the wall, and it sort of seems intrusive. I think if you look at it, it could seem like we came wheeling in here and tossed everyone out.
Well, the guys that used to broadcast from here, they're feeling slighted. It's kind of like this is their girl, but they don't go out with the girl anymore, and in its place is a bunch of guys gangbanging her.
Yeah, and there's a big window for them to watch us jizz in their face. You know, it's just it's not that fun to watch, I think.
And granted, maybe our attitude's coming in. Let me be the first to apologize for saying I can't wait to sling those records down the hallway.
Yeah, see, Jimmy, you didn't keep it quiet. You have no tact, is what it is. I like being sort of a diplomat in certain situations. I think I have a good BS line, and I think I could talk to people and calm situations down some of the time. But Jimmy is just a lunatic who doesn't care what he says or what people's feelings are hurt or anything. Opie, like you said, is just a sociopath.
Yeah.
He doesn't really care.
Well, he does care, and he just goes the opposite way to make it hurt more.
That is true.
You care, I don't care. He cares and tries to hurt. So it's just like one.
So I'm trying.
You know, the funny thing is that I've been nothing but nice so far in this new environment.
That is true. I must admit.
And the only reason
I'm
is because
extremely surprised, and it has been a whopping 2 days.
Yeah. The only reason is because I'm still suffering from this flu, this cold, whatever the hell it is. But by Monday, forget it. It'll be a whole new person.
I have to tell you, Opie,
I've shown a lot of patience,
surprised
right?
at you.
I knew you were going to say
especially through the technical glitches and whatnot. I have seen Opie pick up machinery, electronics, and throw them through walls. Literally throw them through walls. So I'm very surprised at your patience.
There was Pete, the old engineer, estimated that I broke close to $100,000 worth of equipment at the old place.
Yeah, I don't even doubt
between
that.
phone systems and other things.
Not at all.
And you know what may have hurt? In my attempt to be friendly. Could I be more clogged up? What an uncomfortable, lactose-intolerant, fat-titted little nothing. I can't breathe. Maybe I shouldn't take Levitra before getting a hand job for money last night. Stuffy nose.
We'll get into what we all did last night in the next break, because I could beat you, by the way.
Go ahead. Yeah, you can, actually. I was talking, I was trying to be polite. I'm like, wow, that's cool. They're finally building a bathroom in here, so we don't have to go out and use the toilet out there. And then I was told, no, that's the studio that they're putting the old guys from here in.
Oh, my God.
It's a very small little box, so I can kind of understand the resentment and unpleasant feelings.
Now, what I'm seeing is, these are things that just upset people.
It's very small.
Our office is going to be worked on. Right now, it's full of construction materials that are being used to build the security vestibule.
Right.
So we are safe broadcasting here from these
facilities.
facilities.
Had to do that for us as well, the security vestibule.
And that kind of threw things in a tizzy.
They hired a guy that could kill any one of us with
his finger.
With his fingers.
With his index finger. But our office is the biggest single room in this place. Really is. And it's going to be our office. Nice glass front on it. Huge plasma, big screen television. We're going to be loaded up in there. Right now, though, it's full of construction equipment because they're doing a lot of work in here. But eventually it will be cleaned out, and that's going to be our office. Could it have been used to build a new studio about the size of the studio that we're in? Yes, it could have, but we wanted it for our office. So the studio now for the other people that work here is going to be made out of an office that was, I swear, a one-desk, one-seat, one-telephone office.
Yeah, it's the size of a big closet, a big walk-in closet.
I am feeling for these people, and I think we need to be a little more diplomatic.
Not only that, we demanded not only the conference room as the big office, right? We're also taking over the kitchen area for private offices for Anthony and I.
There was the little nook I would call it a little nook that was being used as the where you go in and pour your cup of joe in the morning.
Yeah.
Open up the closet and there's just a big wall of non-dairy creamers and stirs and sugar and stuff like that. And that's what that room was. A little place maybe where you go, hey, Bob, how's your night been last night? You see the Yankees, blah, 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 whatever. You know,
A water cooler area.
A water cooler area where you might meet in the morning and have your little chat and crackers and coffee or something. And you know something? That is going to be mine and Opie's personal office, aside from the huge pit, we're going to call it, where we will all hang out and play PlayStation games.
Oh, yeah.
And
they're bringing in the PlayStation games, right?
Yeah.
All right, good.
So now we have pretty much taken over any space, any free space that has been here.
Our goal is to
place.
take over this entire floor, by the way. I want everyone to know that out there.
Oh, you guys-
All these cubicles,
now-
I already have design plans for all of this stuff.
No, Opie, let me reiterate. You're not being diplomatic. That is not the thing to say is eventually, do I believe it? Indeed, I do. I believe that there will come a point where this entire floor will be ours.
Oh, I can see where we're going to put the bar area.
But you don't want to say that.
That's going to be the green room. That's where we're going to put the blue tarp for the blue tarp cabaret.
There's a bit of tact and diplomacy that needs to be done here
No,
because
no, it's-
there are people that are still working here that you know, we shouldn't feel like we're coming in and rolling over what they've been doing for the past few. I guess they've been here how long?
Years.
What
Yeah.
happened with the music this morning, Ben? You were playing some music. What happened?
Oh, Jesus.
I want to know. Ben was saying something.
He's just bummed because one of the guys made him turn down his music.
Turn
Oh,
down
all
the
right.
music.
All right, he was
'Cause it was,
cranking because
you know.
High Voltage 202 just before the O&A show. We play some nice loud music to
Gets
get
us
you ready.
pumped for the show, man.
All right, well, we still don't have phones today. That's today's problem.
Oh, my goodness.
And we really need phones. I wanted a girl to, like, I don't know, like play with herself or something this morning to help us out.
Well, that would be nice.
I wanted to kind of test this whole satellite radio thing.
See how far it can really go?
I want to start doing all the things that every other DJ in America wants to do, but they can't anymore because of the FCC.
Yeah.
I want to really start rubbing it in everyone's faces. So we could get a girl to just masturbate on our radio show.
Now, I remember on broadcast radio, what you would do is get a girl on and say, okay, could you moan for us? That was as far as you can take it. And she would do some moaning, but there could be no description of what she was doing. And actually, you would have to say that she wasn't masturbating, but you couldn't use the word masturbating. So
That's
you'd have
right.
it was this big long thing. So we, indeed, would like to get a girl on there to just give us some nice audio treats. But like Ope said, the phones aren't.
And maybe you can word it
working.
differently now since you're not on terrestrial radio. You could say, I want you to rub your clit until it's shaking like Katharine Hepburn's head on Golden Pond.
That's one way to put it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, why can't we get phones to work?
I know, it's all through Washington.
It's all through Washington.
So
It's
somebody
all
has
working
to
on
be
it.
down there and fix them down there?
This is where you and I are really stupid, by the way. We're trashing a lot of people, and they have the ultimate control down in Washington.
No, I'm not trashing anybody that's down in Washington doing anything. I'm not trashing anybody. I'm the nice guy.
You know, down in Washington, they got guys that are from NASA that work for XM Satellite Radio.
Yeah.
This is how crazy the technology has gotten.
Are you saying then, Opie, that perhaps the phones are down because of something we said?
It's a thought.
Really?
Sure, why not?
I wouldn't think anybody would be that vindictive.
It's just a thought.
You know.
All
'cause
right.
The success of the program.
Well,
is,
how are we going to play Stoner
is key.
Spelling Bee without the phones?
We can't.
How are we going to get that girl to play with herself today without the phones?
Well, we could get one in here live to do it.
That would be nice.
That would be nice too, but we couldn't get a phone call from her telling us.
And that creep downstairs won't let her up here anyway.
Oh, that's true too.
Can we
Yeah.
get maybe somebody else that used to broadcast out of here and make them just jack off on the microphone a little bit?
If you want to see that, Jim,
You
feel
sick
free,
F.
man. But I want no part of that one.
All right, well, day 3
Day 3
of the Opie and Anthony show.
A few more glitches to overcome.
I got some kind of like meter thing in the studio, so I could control the mics a little better today. So,
Oh, you got some what
And
they call a VU meters.
and we're appreciating all the instant feedback as far as the show goes. As far as they're saying Norton's mic's too low sometimes. The phone calls are too low sometimes.
Yeah.
Now I got some meters in here. I could ride some switches, and hopefully we could fix that a little bit today. Okay.
Right.
Man, this is unbelievable. All right, we're going to try to fix the phones, and I don't know, we'll talk about other things, the debate, and baseball and Rodney Dangerfield, Tiger Woods getting married, and hopefully that girl masturbating.
And our evenings last night.
Sounds like you two just had a fun-filled night.
Not together.
No.
I hope not.
No.
After hearing some of the things I heard.
No, because it would not. Whoa,
Drop good one.
See, you're always fiddling with things too, and I've read that on instant feedback. People are like, "What's happening in there? Is somebody running a teletype?"
I haven't touched anything in here.
You like fiddling with
That was
things.
the first time.
Yeah.
Because I'm starting to feel healthier.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
So you turned the screw on the mic and the mic fell down.
I'm starting to get really juiced up for this radio show.
Oh my God!
You're a fidget.
We had a peaceful couple of days. It's just going to get worse.
Because I was on the Dayquil and the Sudafed and everything else.
You were tranquilized.
Valium, Unisom.
Did it help your stuffy nose? I have a stuffy nose.
No, I'm still stuffed. You could hear that part. Okay, we'll take a break. Maybe we'll play some Rodney Dangerfield in honor of Rodney's death. Yeah.
Aw, poor Rodney.
Martini Steve.
All right, thanks, Martini Steve. Hit it.
Prepare to be wowed.
What knockers?
Whip 'em out Wednesday. Okay, fine. Wow.
Have you ever been in a serious social situation when you suddenly realize you have to pull the underwear out of the crack in your ass? You take this woman to be your lawful wedded wife? Who, her? Oh, hell yeah. Well, it's one of life's little moments, isn't it? It's one of those little moments you have to deal with at the time. You've got to get in there and clear that thing out. You've got to rescue your underwear. There's a letter in your mailbox. That's right. You ever been at a really loud party? I mean, a good loud party where the music is playing too loud and everybody is talking too loudly, and in order to be heard, even by the person standing right next to you, you've got to be screaming at the top of your lungs. But every now and then at a party, it seems as though everyone shuts up at the same time, and only your voice can be heard. Right, I know! Well, what I'm going to do, I'm going to have my testicles laminated. Life's little moments. You ever been talking to someone and you laugh through your nose and blow a snot on your shirt? And you have to just kind of keep talking, you know, and make believe it's part of the design. Works all right if you're wearing a Hawaiian shirt, but otherwise they're going to notice. Ed, you got a big snot on your shirt. Some guys are really cruel, you know. And some of these things are not even your fault. These little things that happen, you didn't cause the situation. A lot of times you're the victim. You walk into some situation and suddenly you're the one who's taking all the heat. Not your fault. Give you an example of the kind of thing I mean. Did you ever meet somebody and you go to shake the guy's hand and you suddenly realize he doesn't have a complete hand? And you got to make believe it feels great. Right? You can't go, ah! 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 You can't do that. It's not even an option. You got to hang in there and say, hi. Hey, swell hand. Give me 3. High 3, yo. Not your fault. You didn't cause that. You weren't even there when it happened to the guy.
Did you just put a firecracker in my vagina?
I just wanted to see what would happen.
No. Get it out.
Come on. What's the big deal? It'll be fun.
Are you fucking crazy? What are you doing with that lighter?
I'm coming closer.
If you blow up my pussy, I'm gonna bludgeon you.
Oh, stop. Relax. I'm just screwing around.
Ow!
Oh, my God. I'm so sorry.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Yeah, I know.
I really got to get
that
better.
the other day, too.
I got to start controlling things again.
You got to have the meltdown, Opie.
Yeah, I know. I know it's coming, too. Maybe we should just go home until they figure all this stuff out. I could use a few hours more sleep.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, you can't do a radio show without phones. Technically, we're a talk show.
Yeah.
And these guys have been working their asses off. I don't blame them.
Yeah, we like taking the calls.
You want the
making
mouse?
the listeners part of the show.
Remember the days when you would answer a phone by picking up a receiver?
Yeah.
We answer phones now with a mouse.
With a mouse on a computer screen.
I want to go back to the old technology.
You want like the old, the big black telephone with the dial on it?
Oh, wow. We got phones now.
Oh.
People are listening, I think. Do we have 8 phone lines now, too? We went from 4 phone lines to 8.
Oh, was that the problem? Was the problem because they increased the number of phones from 4 to 0?
I don't know. Maybe Steve knows.
All right. Wow, this isn't too annoying. All right,
there you go.
Yeah, you know what? That is going to be one of the more annoying things that we have, because every time you move this mic, it makes noise.
I've never seen such squeaky mics.
I know.
Boy, are we a bunch of bitching, complaining, just awful.
Let me defend the company on the squeaky
I'm
mic
going to
stand.
defend the company, too. Go ahead.
I'll defend first. Because this way, they're very stiff, so they stay where you put them, so they kind of have to be squeaky.
You have to be eating.
You're right.
Do you just have to be eating all the time?
Dude, first of all, I'm hungry. And second of all, I ordered a medium iced soy latte, like every good boy drinks during the radio show. And he brings me back a medium iced latte, a medium latte that wasn't ice. And I felt it'd be wrong to pour it down the back of his shirt, because that's how you show somebody that you wanted a cold coffee and not a hot one. See?
Right,
Third degree burns, motivated.
I got you.
And that was the second cup of coffee that he fucked up. The first one, I'm like, get me a regular coffee with skimmer fat-free milk. He brings me back a black coffee. Do you want sugar? Well, I don't know. Are you going to whack your bag into that, stupid? Because there's no milk.
All right.
I will defend the company, though. They wanted us to do some practice shows to, work out the equipment. And Anthony and I thought it would be a lot more fun to just kind of throw ourselves in the middle of this mess.
Just get on the air, right?
I mean, I honestly thought that when we started our first show, we'd actually have an office. We'd have the security thing done. We'd have the studio up to speed.
Yeah.
But no, I don't even think the office is going to be done for at least another week or two, right?
Week or two?
Look at it.
Dude, I'm saying month.
Oh, month.
I'm saying at least a month before that office is done.
They claim it'll be ready tomorrow.
Wow.
I swear to God.
Do they have a time-stopping device where they
Have you met the construction guys, by the way? All the Irish guys?
Oh,
They're
they're
a bunch of
great.
lunatics.
They're great.
Yeah, you fucking that, unbelievable.
They're like a Belfast
Oh,
company.
yeah, we got the Belfast guys.
Yeah, they're from Belfast.
Yeah.
A lot of guys on cell phones, like pacing up and down the halls behind the glass over there. You notice that? All right, so let's start the radio show now that it's almost 7 o'clock on the East Coast here. This is what you're going to get every day, by the way. This is it.
Well, I don't think you'll get as much bitching and complaining.
Well, the bitching and complaining has its place, though.
It certainly does, but once we figure all this stuff out as far as the equipment goes, I don't think we will.
Then we'll find other things to bitch about.
Yeah,
that's the beauty of the Opie and Anthony show. They just made it very easy for us to start bitching around
We're always
here.
ragging.
I didn't know our little microphone was on out there. In the
they could hear the show.
See,
out
that's
there?
Every word.
See, that's the difference between you and I. I'll say it right to their face. You need all the volumes turned down all over the place before you bitch someone out.
That's not true. I just like to not be looking right at them.
I know. I just get all like cringy, and I can't do it. I'm a pussy. Can't do it. I can't like rag people out and have them right there. I'll do a job on you behind your back.
Oh, I'm the worst.
I'm a real scumbag.
Jack the Ripper once you turn around.
I'm not the face-to-face kind of confrontation guy.
Oh yeah, but in the face, like no, I know that kind of stuff happens. I know it's not.
Yeah, I'm the behind your back and then a little gas in your fuel tank kind of guy.
Yeah,
and then I'll say, oh, what happened?
You just had a little gas in your fuel tank.
Oh, sugar in the fuel tank. What an idiot I am. Oh, get some sleep, you fucking idiot.
I know what you were saying, though.
Well, you must be mad at that guy. You filled his tank up.
Yeah. Oh, I showed him.
Anyone else
What a fool. Thanks for pointing it out. And listeners would have went gas in the fuel tank, you dick.
All right. Well, it's 6:50. Time to do a radio show.
Yeah.
Did you see the debate last night?
Yes, I did catch the debate, which most people would think, Anthony, you're getting up at 3 a.m. to come in and do the show. What the hell are you up watching the debate for? Well, my sleep habits are still a little awry. I can't figure it out. I cannot figure out how to wake up early in the morning, what I should do. So you know what I do? I drive home and I fall asleep immediately. I cannot stay awake. People are like, what you got to do is stay awake until about 8 o'clock at night. Then you go to sleep, you wake up, and you come into work. I pass out the second I get home. And then I wake up at about 8 o'clock at night, and then I'm up from 8 o'clock until 1:32 in the morning. And then I snooze for a good hour, and then I come in here on about an hour's sleep.
Yeah, we really got to figure this out.
I can't figure it out.
You know, yesterday when we were doing the show, Anthony and I have been doing afternoon radio for about 10 years, so this is really brand new for us. I want to say hi to all the people that got their XM radios tuned in.
New batch today.
New batch every day. The audience slowly but surely growing as we spread the ONA virus across America. Yesterday, though, at the end of the show, I started getting delirious. Because I look up at the TV and I'm like, why is the Today Show on in the afternoon?
Yeah, I know. I get home and maybe I try to stay awake, so I throw on some TV, and I keep thinking it's a lot later than it is.
Yeah.
Like, oh, where's Seinfeld's got to be on somewhere, No, it's the horrible afternoon television is on.
So who won the debate? I didn't really get to see it. I saw some highlights, and it just looked like, I don't know, John Edwards was talking to the principal of a high school or something.
That's pretty much what it looked like. I thought it was more like John Edwards looked like Cheney's son, and he was ready to ask him for the car keys or something. They were just going at each other like an old crotchety bastard, which Cheney is. Cheney and Bush both at these debates look like they just could not be bothered, don't want to be there, feel that it's their right to be elected for another 4 years, and they shouldn't have to go through all this silly stuff like debates and an election process and all that crap. They should just be given the 4 years because, damn it, they've earned it with the past 4 years. And Cheney came off that way, like he just couldn't be bothered. He didn't even, on the debates, how everybody has a set amount of time, and then the moderator, who, by the way, last night was horrible. I'll get into that, too. The moderator says, okay, Mr. Vice President, you have 30 seconds. He goes, nah. He just would grunt and go, no. And wouldn't even utilize the 30 seconds of debate time to debate. The guy was just a crotchety old bastard who didn't want to be there. He also, I think Edwards did a good job pointing out the bullshit from the administration and how they twist things around. And Cheney, I don't know. I'd like to give the American people a little more credit than to believe a lot of the stuff that Cheney was putting out there. A lot of the criticism of Kerry. I'm not a Kerry fan. Don't get me wrong. I know I sound like I'm a Democrat and a Kerry fan. I'm not.
Well, yesterday you sounded like a Republican. Today you're sounding like a Democrat.
I know. This is how it is. This is how it is with these two candidates to vote for.
They
both suck.
We were on Sean Hannity's show. He was asking us who we would vote for, and I said, you know, I'm not voting because I don't like the choices.
Yeah.
And then people, are sending me email, you're not an American because you're not voting.
Yeah.
If you don't like the choices, you make a statement by not voting.
Right.
I'm not voting. I don't like either guy.
John Kerry seems sincere, though. He seems like a genuine, down-to-earth guy.
I'll tell you something. He came off as a very prepared guy.
He was prepared.
He had a lot of facts. And Cheney, again, just following this line of let's discredit Kerry. Oh, did Norton blast a fart now? And
now I'm going to puke in the studio.
We're having a serious political discussion.
Okay.
You couldn't wait? You couldn't wait for the TNA break to do the fart thing?
Of course he
I'm
couldn't.
scared.
I won't be farting today, though.
Oh,
I'm nice and clean today.
So what Cheney's doing, and what Bush does, and their whole thing that they're doing, is discrediting Kerry. And the way they do it is twist around what he said and what he's done. And the biggest thing that they've been hitting on is the fact that Kerry has been saying the wrong war, wrong place, wrong time, and how Kerry voted for the war and then comes out against the war. Well, the truth of the matter is, and I don't know why Kerry doesn't spell this out in black and white for the people, what he did was vote for the use of force against Saddam Hussein, which is fine. You want to vote for that. And then when they say he came out against the war after he voted for the war, just because he voted to use force against Saddam doesn't mean you immediately then use force. That's what he did. He voted to use force as a tool with diplomacy, with getting some allies on our side, getting a coalition together. Not just, okay, we voted for war. Go get 'em, boys. It wasn't that situation. But now they're using that. And Cheney was pounding that last night. Oh, he voted for the war, but then he comes out against it. Well, and so many American people get fooled by this stuff and just listen to it at face value and take what Cheney and Bush are saying at face value. Oh, this guy's flip-flopping. Flip-flopper, Opie. He doesn't stand for anything. Well, open your mind up. Listen to what both sides are saying. Separate the crap from the fact. Do some research on your own. Don't use Fox News as your only source for news. I mean, you really have to educate yourself to what
we report, you
candidates
decide.
Report. The no spin zone. Holy tornado! They're spinning like crazy over there. It's the Bush-Cheney machine.
You're
over
right,
at
but
Fox.
it's the only place in the media. You are right about Fox, but it's the only place where there's a conservative slant on the media.
It really isn't.
I mean, look at CNN. Look at major networks. Look what
I
Ted,
would, you know something.
Dan Rather just did.
CNN. Well, okay. I take CBS and I take Dan Rather as being very liberal. CNN. I'd look at CNN more as they kind of put the facts out there. I think you could make a better decision based on what CNN's broadcasting than what Fox News is broadcasting.
I have more faith in Al Jazeera than I do in CNN.
I don't know. I don't find them as left as Fox is right. Yeah.
Hey, Anthony, I want to go to line 7 because Pete has a comment about the debate. But
all right.
My phone system is just showing a log on to Windows screen.
Oh, that's great. Your Norton antivirus is popping up on your phone screen.
See, this would be a great time to go to the phones and get the other side.
Right,
because
I'm
sure people aren't too happy about things that Anthony are saying. Maybe they are. Maybe some are agreeing. But I'm sure other people have another spin on this. But we can't go to the phones. How are we supposed to do a radio show without phones?
Do you want me to pretend I'm the caller?
Hello, I don't agree with you, Anthony.
Hey, that's a bunch of bunk.
Now, to answer the phones, I need a username and password, but they haven't passed those out to us yet. Yes, Ben?
Ben's coming in now, and he's going to help
Looking
out.
exasperated.
Wes is writing in on instant feedback saying, okay, who is Anthony voting for again? because no one knows. Because you know what? I'm not straight on this yet. Yeah. I don't want to vote for Bush.
You're definitely a flip-flopper.
I'm not I'm not a flip-flopper. I haven't made a decision yet. I don't want to vote for Bush, but I don't want to vote for Kerry. But I don't want to not vote either. There's two things here. There's a selfish vote. I could be very selfish and vote for what would be better for me as a person.
Financially,
tax-wise, things like that.
They should have a third party that's just like a really hot stripper.
You think she'd get a lot of votes, Opie?
Yeah, just to make a statement.
You could vote for Ralph Nader.
Ugh. Who's pretty much working for the Republican Party.
Yeah, that's the Republican vote.
Who the F is he kidding?
If you're voting for Nader, you're pretty much just giving the vote to the Bush-Cheney camp.
Well, the meltdown will happen tomorrow, by the way.
Oh, yeah. I see it heating up already.
I will give them today, but the meltdown will happen tomorrow. Ben, what are you doing, Ben? Why don't we go to the... well, we can't go... Why don't we take another break?
Oh, boy. Uh-oh.
This is morning radio at its best, and we'll try to get the phone system working.
Okay.
Well, you're supposed to have a username and password whenever you answer a phone for a radio show, aren't you? Isn't that normal? Hello, Joshua?
Tic-tac-toe.
The only way to win is not to play. Faggot social message computer. The end of that War Games. Matthew Broderick should have raped that chick while the whole world exploded.
People are paying for this shit. People are paying for this crap that is called the Opie and Anthony radio show that's not up to speed yet. I feel sorry for you.
Yeah.
Send me a bill. I'll give you $1.99 back.
There you go.
Send me a bill for $1.99. I'll write checks all day long.
Well, no, hey, it's happening in the free month. Take lemons, make lemonade, Hope. It is happening in the free month.
But see,
there you go.
But see, here's the key. The free month is supposed to turn you on so you pay for November and beyond.
See that? I was just playing devil's advocate.
And if we don't have a fully functional studio with phone calls and sound effects and stuff, who's going to pay for the month of November?
Mm-hmm. Are we just actually waiting for a password?
Yeah, I got it. That's what I was trying to do. Oh, that's what Ben was trying to do.
We're just waiting for a password?
Small, all right. 1968 British man shirt.
All right, well, we're an hour into the show, and we still haven't been able to, take a phone call. But I think after another George Carlin bit...
Oh, look what just happened.
What?
Ben put the password in. The system could not log you on.
The system could not log you on. Make sure your username and domain are correct. Type your password and then type your password again.
Hit the caps lock button. Sometimes that happens, Benny.
You know what, Ant? If no one else is going to care, I'm not going to care.
Uh-oh.
I'm showing up tomorrow at 5 to 6. And we're just gonna throw a crappy radio show out there. That's it.
I want to know what's going on with this radio show. I'm going to go to Bob Kelly's apartment and listen to that XM radio, and we're going to figure it out.
We shouldn't have to be popping passwords in like this on every computer screen that we have.
Okay. All right.
There are 7 computer screens in this studio. 8 computer screens right now on this, and everyone needs a password.
Why don't you open up the window and maybe take a call from the street?
Can I do that?
Give us a megaphone, and we'll have some kind of interaction with the gang walking up and down 57th Street.
Oh my God!
What, Steve?
Steve, what?
You want a Rodney bit going into this break?
Why these bits were programmed 4 weeks ago?
The ones
Jake Johansson, that would tie in nicely
those
today.
Pre-recorded ones I can't affect. The ones coming out of DC I can't touch. But the Rodney thing, if you want, I got 2 waiting right here.
Is it a good one?
Let's get a horse.
Do you know what that's about?
Not a clue.
Oh, that's great.
If it's Rodney, it's got to be at least playable.
Just go to a regular... It's called a commercial break, but it's really a George Carlin bit or a Dice bit. It's either Dice or George Carlin.
Right.
Because there's only 2 comedians in the entire world.
Perish the thought we play some
some Brian Regan. Sure, maybe
Rich
something
Voss.
from Jim Norton CD.
There you go.
That would be nice. Maybe some Bill Hicks, one of my favorites of all time.
Hicks.
All right, we'll return.
Opie, Anthony, Dance Party Weekend.
Wait.
Nah. The Opie and Anthony Show.
Comedy gone too far.
Yeah, this Willie, can I help you?
Yes, I got
letter in the mail, and I want to be taken off the membership list.
What are you trying to say?
I don't want to be on. I was signed up for it when I didn't sign up for it.
What do you mean you don't want it no more?
I never wanted it.
Why would you want to do such a thing? That's ridiculous.
Well, don't worry about it. It's not any of your business. I want to be taken off of it.
Who told you don't need our service?
Who told me? I don't.
Who told you this? Your old lady?
No, just don't worry about that. I received it in the paper, and I want to be taken off.
Why you want to take it off? You just wake up this morning with a wild hair up your ass. You decide you don't want it. Who told you this? Who told you don't need our service?
What's your name, buddy?
What's mine? This Willie in customer service you talking to.
Willie in customer service.
You just decide.
Well, Willie, just do what I want you to do then.
You listen to me. You making a rush to judgment. You need this service.
And I don't want to. I don't use that.
Why?
shit.
Why don't you need it?
I don't use it.
What? You can't live without it.
I can live without it.
Come on, if you change your mind, I'm gonna lose a commission.
And that's not my problem. I didn't sign up for the fucking thing. I don't want
listen up, damn it! You need this. You people
this.
Listen, you people call up and make your mind up like you don't need it. I want to know who told you don't need this.
Hey, Willie, how about I talk to your boss?
Hey, listen, don't try to manipulate me.
You don't try to manipulate me, man. I just don't want it. Take me off the service. I want this taken off my card.
That's
it.
This big major, you get.
It's nothing big major. I just want it taken off.
What's $60? You know that people in Ethiopia are starving, and you trying to.
Don't worry about it. That's my money.
Hey,
and I'm not going to give it to.
There's people
for the
starving.
Service I didn't ask for.
Listen to me, damn it. The people starving in Ethiopia. You gonna try.
Hey, Willie, let me talk to your boss, man.
Why? Don't be talking that way. All right, listen. I'll knock $20.
You're supposed to be doing customer service. And you're pissing me off.
All right, listen.
I'm about to drop the whole fucking card.
Hey, come on. Don't be talking that way. Listen, I'll knock $20 off, but don't call us again.
No, Willie. You're not. You're gonna take it. You're gonna take all of it off. I don't want it.
Listen, I'm gonna knock.
And I'm about to fucking drop the card here in a minute.
Hey, shut the fuck up, damn it! I'm talking to you, boy.
Hey, don't be swearing at me, dude.
Listen, I used to be a drill sergeant, boy.
I don't care if you've been a drill sergeant or what the fuck. You're with customer service.
If I want you to drop and do 100 push-ups, I'll make you do what I want you to do, boy. Pick up the phone.
Council. 100 channels of crystal clear digital audio, XM satellite radio. Radio to the power of X.
Complete whores. Opie and Anthony got this couple to have sex in New York's St. Patrick's Cathedral.
Desecration against the church is disrespectful. It's a true sacrilege.
It was just a joke.
Opie's fault again. How can we blow up our lives today? You rocking sex. Uh-oh, we're in it again.
They hire people who are artists to do a certain thing, and then when they go too far, they suddenly wash their hands of them if they feel the heat is too heavy.
Opie and Anthony should not have been fired.
Technically, we didn't get fired.
They probably shouldn't have hired them in the first place.
Exiled radio hosts.
They had been fired in Boston after announcing that the mayor was killed. Another prank.
And I go, Anthony, I got a great idea today. We're going to tell the whole city of Boston that the mayor died in a fiery car crash while he was on vacation in Florida. What do you think?
Oh, my God. Is this a bad one?
Oh! It just gets worse and worse.
Everything just went right down the crapper.
Can I just say fuck?
Yes! The duo is signed on with XM satellite radio.
Thank God. Yeah, we'll make it work.
Oh, what a glorious day.
It's all about me. I play golf with old guys. I am a grinning idiot. Act.
Hey, it's Opie and Anthony. We're back now at the new climate of radio. Ho, ho, Opie.
Shut up! Thank you.
You don't go to CNN for dick jokes. Don't come to O&A for hard-hitting news.
Я обожаю Opie and Anthony. 私は Opie と Anthony 毎日聞きます。Opie's хуй большой и красивый.
I don't know.
Your mom's box.
Opie and Anthony Show.
We stink.
I'm doing it 'cause I like it. West Moon. Right on my way to find it.
And we're back with the Opie and Anthony show. Levels still all effed up. Because now I got meters in here.
It's a work in progress, Opie.
When they're doing the thing down in Washington, the levels are a lot lower. This is the complaint I'm getting from a lot of people that are emailing me personally.
Mm-hmm.
So they turn up their XM radios so they could hear it because it's so low. And then it goes back to something else that's a lot hotter, as they say in the business. The audio's hotter. And they're pretty much blowing out their eardrums. So
Great.
We'll work out all these bugs. We were pretty stupid to take this on without everything all figured out, but that's what we do. Want to try some phone calls? I think they might be working.
Bear with it. You can say you were there at the beginning.
Yeah. Boy, what a treat.
What a treat.
Hey, Bill, what's going on? Okay.
Bill?
Bill? Yeah.
All right, Opie's pressing a couple of buttons. Perhaps that's the problem.
Bill?
No?
Bill?
I hear something.
Wait. Huh? You hear something?
Yeah.
What do you hear?
I'm not
They're
sure.
asking for me, Tease. I'm not there because the phone ain't working.
Hey, Bill.
Isn't that Bill?
Maybe Bill's just an ass.
Is he listening to his radio, perhaps?
Bill?
Listen.
Bill?
Yeah.
Listen.
Hey, Bill.
Hey, stupid, we're talking to you.
Hey, asshole. Holy S. I'm sweating. I'm getting so pissed off.
Try another one. Maybe it's just him.
Maybe it's Bill?
Maybe it's Bill.
All right, let's go to Max in Oklahoma. Max.
Hey, what's going on?
There we
guys?
go. It was Bill. It was Bill, you
Hello?
fucking asshole.
Now Bill's listening to himself.
Hey, it's my turn on the phone.
I just missed my opportunity to be a jerk.
Douchebag.
Hey, Max, what's going on?
Hello?
Oh, he's listening to his radio.
Max.
Now Bill's listening to himself.
Hey, Max. Turn down your radio, jackass.
Hey, I can't hear you guys at all, man.
No, it's not. It's
I
not.
don't even know if
You know what?
I'm getting through to you guys or not.
It's not Bill's fault, and it's not Max's fault.
How come we picked him up and he said hi?
There's a button that needs to be pushed down on this board so they could hear us through the microphones. I guarantee that's what the problem is.
Oh my!
What button would that be?
I don't. We could just try a lot of them until it works.
Oh my God!
Does the audition button have to be down when we're taking phone calls?
Let's
try that.
All right.
Let's give it a whirl. We'll try Ken.
Hey, Ken, what's going on? Ken.
Can't hear shit now, boys.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Why don't we just go
You
home?
can't hear shit.
Here we go. Wait a minute.
Wait, they're doing
Hold on.
something.
Hold on.
That could
Something's
work.
being done. Hello.
Nice.
Hello.
Ken?
Ken?
Your levels are just atrocious, guys. You know what it is? It's when you guys are on, we got to turn our volume way up on the XM radios, and then as soon as you guys cut to a commercial or what you call it, we are blasted. My windows almost blew off my doors in the car.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm hearing.
And it's like, guys, this is fucking 21st century. XM radio.
Hey,
You're high tech. You're high tech, guys. Fix this puppy.
Can you hear us through the phone, Ken?
Now I can, yeah.
Okay.
All right, so we got that figured out.
When you guys hit the audition button,
Yeah.
it went dead. But then as soon as you guys came back, whatever you just
Well,
did,
someone's got to fit. Someone's got to tell us exactly what we need to do here, because now there's a utility button we have to push down to make sure you guys hear us through the phone lines. That's all well and good, but someone has to tell us.
Yeah.
You know,
Because know what happens after we're done with the show? The whoever's in here next, they reconfigure the whole board for what they're doing, which is playing records.
And I'll throw you one ray of sunshine. I switched from Sirius to XM because you guys came on, right? So
Oh, what a great choice that was, huh, Ken?
Yeah, it was fucking great. First off, Sirius had one good thing that XM doesn't have, which was that you could buy like a lifetime receiver subscription, so you never have to pay.
Yeah.
But you guys came on. It's like, hey, I'm a fan. I got to get on to you guys.
All right,
Switch
Ken.
over, and Sirius, any of their talk channels sound like shit on the radio. I mean, it really just sounds bad.
And we sound like experts.
You sound better, but you're like talking through. You know, it's almost like, hey, can you guess what's in Opie and Anthony's pants? Because that's what it sounds like. From
All right.
You should turn the volume way up. You know what I mean? It's like this is bad news. But somebody over at XM has to be able to figure out why DC is a normal thing. Any of the music channels, the volume is good. And
It's
any
just
of the
going to
channels-
take a while. It's
I
going to
know, but-
take a while.
All right, Ken, thank you.
To get it all sorted out.
Here's the deal. Let's make a pact.
Okay.
We don't come in tomorrow unless everything is set.
Uh-oh.
Because I'm sweating. I'm getting so frustrated.
I know. But geez, come on.
This is day 3.
We couldn't even make a week. We have 2 years.
It's day 3, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm getting all the email. Like, people are getting so frustrated.
I know, they're getting really pissed.
They have to ride the volume on their XM radios during the whole show.
Right.
And they're starting to figure out whose volumes are too low and stuff. So, like, if Norton's talking, then they'll turn up their radio because they know his mic's too low. We might have figured that out today. But then when they go down to Washington for the prepared breaks, their levels are a lot different than what we got going on up here.
And it's screaming.
So it's either screaming or too low, so then they adjust the volume on that. Then we come back live, and then it's just blasting in your headphones.
I haven't
They said
heard
half
that
the good phone calls from yesterday you could barely hear.
I know. I haven't heard that any of the recorded things that we go to, the breaks, are too low. I've never heard that. I've only heard that they come on blasting. And we're too low sometimes. Sometimes one of the mics are too low. The phone calls are too low. Crank the phones way up.
All right,
I think that's what we got to do.
All right, well, let's try it here. I don't know who you are. Whoever you are, say hi.
This is Pete. Hi.
Hey, Pete, what's going on?
What's going on, man? I want to talk about the debate, but, concerning the phones are so effed up.
No, we might have figured it out on the fly here.
Well, I thought it was shtick for the last couple of days. I thought, they're just, wasting a couple seconds here and there whining. I'm like, everything's fucked up over there.
It's, hopefully it'll get better.
Well, you guys suck. I'm glad to talk to you.
All right, what's up, Pete?
All right, I'm watching the debate. I was listening to Anthony, and, I'm going to do what Edwards did with the first 2 minutes, with each answer to each question where he's going to answer the last one. Anthony was talking about CNN and Fox News and how CNN is just, more fair than, say, Fox. Fox is slated, CNN's more slated. If you think about it, Carville and that tool from Crossfire, two guys that work on CNN and do the whole, liberal thing and democratic thing. They're fucking advisors now for Kerry in his campaign. I mean, you can't get any more bias than that.
I'm not saying that CNN doesn't lean left, but I am saying that Fox is ridiculous right.
Well, if O'Reilly or one of those other clowns is over there, advising Bush, forget it. People would go nuts.
Although I would like to say that I think Fox leaning right seems more obvious because the whole media is so slanted left that CNN, in comparison with other media organizations, seems maybe a little bit more left, maybe a little less left. But Fox, because it's so, you understand what I'm saying? Since there's no other real media outlets leaning right, I mean, except maybe the New York Post, most of them are very left-leaning, so it's kind of par with the course CNN to be liberal.
You're absolutely right, Jimmy. That's why I sent you CD to Iraq, baby, to support the troops.
Oh, thank you. It's not very political. There's a lot of dick jokes in there, but I'm glad you tied that in.
You think they want to listen to politics? They want to hear dick jokes.
All right,
They're
good.
fighting.
You're
Well,
supposed
anyway,
to disagree
with the
there and go, no, there's a lot of smart shit on that CD.
Yeah. Well, with the debate last night, Edwards, I mean, when Cheney brought up his Senate record, it was quite clear that Edwards
that was pretty
over
funny.
Here. He didn't vote out of 30 out of 34 votes.
All of those clowns in the Senate, though, they never show up for these votes, and it bites them in the ass when they try to run for another office.
Well, they don't show up because they don't want their record to be used against them.
Right.
And now when they do a lot of naysaying and when they do a lot of, hey, look, if we show up to this and we vote for this 2 years from now when I'm trying to be King Dick, it's going to fuck everything up. So certain sites like VoteSmart.com where you can actually go and see how people are voting, and this is set up by the Democrats, and I checked it out myself. You can actually see what they voted for. It's in a wacky, ponderous kind of way. You can see it. It almost looks like Kerry and Edwards were trying their best to sabotage the fucking war. Now, that sounds like crazy conspiracy stuff, but the facts are there on the site. By not voting to fund the war and then complaining about canvas stores and Humvees, you're saying this, and they're like, hey, well, look, they didn't have it going in.
Yeah. Hey, you know something? What I was saying before, I'm not backing Kerry, and I'm not trying to defend Kerry. All I'm saying is, Kerry could be wrong when it comes to that, and he could be he wasn't giving the support to the troops like he says he is now. That's all well and fine, but it doesn't change the fact of the matter that Bush and Cheney twist stuff around till it doesn't even resemble fact anymore.
Well, the thing with
they're both idiots. The both of the candidates, I can't take them. And Opie's right about not voting for either one of them, because I would love to be able to vote for somebody here, but I think I'm going to be in the same boat. Well, I think they both suck.
I might be doing something really wrong here by comparing you to Bush, but I don't want you to take offense to that. The way that George Bush is a good president is kind of like the way you're good on the radio. Like, I don't expect you to be able to work the boards and to figure out phone calls and shit like that, but, you have the right message. You know how to put a guy out a good show. I think the president's kind of similar in that respect, where he knows what he needs to do. He knows how he needs to do it. And when it comes to bullshit like debates, where it's down to popularity and who's got the facts straight, he just can't be bothered with that shit.
These debates it comes down to who looks the best on TV.
Right.
Someone mentioned, I think it was in a New York Times article, they said you can make a choice by turning down the sound and just looking at both candidates.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's
to see who looks smoother, who's not, smugging for the camera, who's keeping his cool, who has the right makeup on and his hair done the right way.
Absolutely. And people are like, look how flustered George Bush looked. He's sitting there rolling his eyes.
Yeah, so Bush looked flustered during his debate, so a bunch of people are going to vote for Kerry.
Well, yeah.
That's how stupid America is in general. That's all they need to go, you know what? I don't like how he was smugging for the camera, so now I'm going to vote for Kerry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bush didn't seem comfortable with his answers, though. I mean, I like Bush more than Kerry, but Kerry was much better in that debate. Look, I want honesty out of a president, but it's like, I don't want I don't know, I guess. It's like, Jesus, could you at least act confident in your decisions, stupid?
And let's get rid of the
awful.
Let's get rid of the red lights, the green lights, the blue lights, and just let these two candidates just go at it.
Too many rules.
I hate the rules.
They can't talk to each other.
Give them a subject and let them just go at it. That's what I want to see.
Isn't that what a debate is? They're supposed to debate each other?
Right.
They don't.
There's no interaction. It's called a debate, but no, you talk for 2 minutes,
then
he'll talk for 2 minutes, then you can respond for a minute, and then you can respond for 30 seconds.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
And then the whole time you're watching the debate, you're like, oh my God, get your point, and the light's turning.
I'm just watching the light. I'm so distracted by the light going, is it going to end before the light stops blinking? Oh my God.
So, forget it. If the buzzer goes off, people's heads are going to explode all around the country. They're going to be so psyched.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
Take care.
All right. There you go. The phones are working. It's now an hour and 20 minutes into the show.
Now I will shed the image that people might have of me now as a liberal by saying I love the fact that the assault weapons ban is expired. Yeah. Buy me an AR. Nice.
I don't think assault weapons are appropriate unless you have a trench coat and you're in high school.
Then you think?
Yeah, then they should be handed out to high school students. God, have fun. Shoot each other, you little spoiled jizz buckets.
All right, let's try another phone call here. Who's this?
This is Chad.
Hey, Chad, what's going on today?
Not much. Hey, I got two things for you guys. Well, actually three. You guys are working at the same radio station I worked at in college. I swear to God, everything going wrong. But
college, great.
I'm so glad that I've been in radio 20 years so I could go back to like college radio stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right.
The audience is as big as college radio so far, but growing every day.
Every day.
And we knew what we were getting into here, so that's fine. You know, the ONA virus will be spreading slowly but surely across America. Mm-hmm. I do have to say this, because I know there's going to be a lot of people bummed in Washington at the XM facility down there.
Oh, my God, they're going to be manic.
Because we just pitched for the last hour and a half, but I'm having more fun on XM satellite radio than I've had in probably 5 years.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. And it's going to just get better every day. So, with that said, what do you got, Chad?
Well, I wanted to make a suggestion to you. You guys need to get a hold of some of your old CDs and just grab the sound effects off of those. And also, thank you for letting us know what that horrible noise was when you guys were adjusting the mics, because it sounded like you were busting ass.
Oh, really?
What?
Oh, yeah.
That?
All right.
Oh, yes.
Thank you, Chad.
All right, bye.
All right, bye. So there you go.
And somebody was complaining with Jimmy eating, I think. Were you eating and crinkling paper on the air?
No, Opie crinkles the paper. If you hear a crinkle from me, it's because there's a little fella in a bag.
Yeah, all right.
I do eat on the air.
Yeah, we should explain. I crinkle all the instant feedback when I'm done reading it. Ben is the one that's cackling like an asshole in the background.
Or breathing heavy into the mic.
Breathing heavy. And he's the only one that's not congested, but for some reason he's breathing heavily.
Yeah.
And Norton's the one that has no problem just talking with his mouth full.
You're right, I do tend
And
to
Anthony,
eat.
Probably a professional broadcaster.
I'm trying to be professional here, but...
Look, you keep your hands on your lap.
Kind of
I have to be
down.
like just touching things. The
I know.
whole show
I'm not moving
things.
my mic at all. I try to keep that still so it doesn't make that creaky noise. I try to be a professional broadcaster, but in this situation, it's a little rough.
You want to go to Kansas and talk to Chuck?
Let's talk to Chuck in Kansas.
We've been so distracted, we haven't even really set up the show yet today. I mean, we got Stoner Spelling Bee. We got to try that today.
Yeah.
Or maybe we'll wait for tomorrow now at this point.
Well, the phones are crucial for that game.
And it's Whip 'em Out Wednesday. We got to get that going again. That's going to be a slow process, but we're going to start that up today.
Mm-hmm.
Chuck, what's going on?
Hey, a couple things. First of all, this is the first day that the sound sounds excellent. You guys, everything's up. Even Norton's talking. You can hear him good.
Oh, maybe we're getting it figured out a little bit.
Because they gave me meters in here.
Yeah, keep it out of Washington. I think like everything else that goes.
Wait. Let me move your volume up a little bit. I think you're a little low.
Attaboy, Ope.
Up, you were a little high there, Jim. Wait, let me lower you a bit.
Let's get us all evened out.
All right.
Seems like everything else that goes through Washington that gets fucked up. You guys keep control of it there, 'cause it sounds great today. But I listened to your promo thing, and one thing that was mentioned that got my interest was sex for Allah.
Oh, yeah, the sex for Allah, yes.
Yeah, if we do that, how about let's throw a twist in it this time and make the couple maybe an interracial retarded couple or something.
All right. Or maybe instead of the anal being the 2-point conversion, if he cuts off her clit, that's 2 points.
Or if they shout out the word Howard Stern right about the time the guy's about ready to load off or something, we could throw in some bonus points.
All right, Chuck.
When are you guys going to get to your hit list? All the people you got to get back at.
Well, we have to take care of everybody around here first. I got a whole vendetta list, but we have to get the show, in shape here first.
You have to make sure everything works.
Well, you guys saved me from not having listened to all the politics and bullshit this time of year.
And then what did we do? Talk about politics.
Yeah, that's it for politics.
Just being on the air, man, that beats the shit out of listening to those boring parts up there hashing it out.
All right, Chuck. Thank you. Chuck from Kansas.
It's amazing how much you're right. The callers love the cursing. Because, no matter how smart the political commentary they're making, and Kerry raised a good fucking point.
I'm trying to make a rule on the show, especially with the callers. Don't curse just to curse. We don't care if you curse, but a lot of people are like, oh, wow, it's satellite radio. We just got to throw the F-bombs like crazy out there. The rule should just be don't curse just to curse.
Use it, don't abuse it.
Wow, I like that.
All right.
And we would play a lot more sound effects, but we're still too scared to do that.
Yeah.
We were joking the first day we only had one sound effect.
Yeah.
Of course we had the whole machine loaded. A lot of people they had 2 years. Why didn't they load up their machine with all their sound bites?
Mm-hmm.
But we're too scared to use it because we don't know where the levels are going to be on that. See, that's a little low still. All right.
It?
Let me move you up. Try that again, Anthony.
You beast. You savage. Come on, bark like a dog for me. Bark like a dog. I will teach you the meaning of the word respect.
Okay.
All right, a sex bagel. You could get rid of all the people that want to talk about the debate. I think we're boring people with that. Let's say hi to Roman in New Jersey. What's up, Roman?
What's up, guys? How are you?
Pretty good.
Listen, I don't know if you were aware of this, but one of your sweepers that you were playing right before you came on this time, one of the guys there in Russian mentions that Opie's schlong is beautiful and long.
More gay stuff.
In Russian?
That's
in
the
Russian,
other,
dude.
That's the other thing we got to fix with this show. There's a gay undertone happening with all the sweepers and what?
Yeah, and where the hell did you get a Russian guy to talk about your schlong, Ope?
Hey, what's to fix?
Steve, what's that about?
We had a bunch of them.
Wait, hold on.
Unless Steve's level is good. I can't hear Steve.
Yes, Steve.
I was constructing those production pieces, and we had a lot of...
Hold on, Steve. Yeah.
Okay. Making those sweepers, I was looking for a little bit of flavor. So some of the interns we were interviewing...
Steve, your mic is too low.
Whenever you talk, I can't
Holy
hear you
ass.
on one side of my...
Turn your mic up. And why, we're paying you a lot of money to sit there and just, ride volume controls.
Now I can hear it.
It's... Dude,
You're too low.
How could it possibly be too low? It's right... I'm looking at it. It's dead even
See,
with
this
yours.
No, you're too... No.
All right, how's that?
That's much better.
All right, you got it.
All right, you're too low. Because what happens is people are going to turn up their XM radios because they want to hear what you have to say because it's going to be so fascinating. And then we're going to go back to the show and we're going to blast everyone out. That's the problem that everyone's been emailing us with.
These fucking VU meters. All right. Okay. I was making those production pieces and I wanted to do something a little different. So some of the interns that we were interviewing spoke fluent foreign languages. So if you listen, you'll hear some Russian, you'll hear some Japanese. Mm-hmm. And one of them I just told to riff in Russian. And I had no idea what he said, so I just stuck it in there. And I figured that somebody who knew the language was going to call in at some point and tell me what he said.
Look, we don't mind the gay. We just don't mind the gay, but it's a little too heavy on the gay. That's all I want to say. Because, now that we got, gay guys from all over the country going, what, you don't like gay guys? We don't mind the gay. But there's a major gay undertone on this show right now with all the sweepers.
We shouldn't have so much of the gay.
One of the sweepers has us getting butt-effed by convicts.
Yeah, a little too much. Maybe we can have some girls doing something. on
would be
some of the
nice.
sweepers instead of guys talking about our asses.
Sharon from Arizona. Hold on. Now Norton's pissed. We're going to spend the whole day just bitching until everything's right. Yes, Norton?
I think I figured out why Martini Steve sounds lower than he should. Because when he's talking, I'm only hearing him in one microphone, like in one headphone.
One headphone?
And yet I'm hearing you guys perfectly clearly. So obviously, if he's supposed to come through on 2 channels, he's probably coming through on 1. That's my idea of technical knowledge.
Jim, are you aware that one of your headphones is not on your ear?
No, it is, but that's... Now, talk again.
Okay, like this.
I can only hear you in my left one.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
And now you sound...
Now I can hear Opie in both.
You sound in the distance. The other thing that has to happen... I just got to get better.
Yeah, you're going to lose your mind, and I can see it coming. I see it bubbling.
No, Norton needs what's called an omnidirectional mic.
Because I move a lot.
He moves around a lot. He's a stand-up comedian, so he's used to moving and going like over here. And as soon as you leave the microphone, you drop out, and then the listeners get frustrated because they can't hear you.
I just wish the listeners could see the funny faces I make, because that really just kind of drives it home, folks. I wink a lot.
Sharon, what's going on?
Hey guys, I always had heard about how great you were, and this yesterday or the day before was my first time listening, and I'm really surprised to hear you keep saying that your listenership is so male driven.
Yeah, we need more girls.
I'm amazed at
Yeah, Sharon from Arizona. Hello.
Where'd she go?
Where's she? Sharon.
That might be Sharon's fault, though. She has a chick on a phone. That could be her fault.
She's amazed at, and then she dropped off the face of the earth.
No, the reality is we don't have a lot of female listeners. We got to bring them back to the table. I don't think Frenchie using the C word 10 times in one phone call is going to help personally, but
girls don't.
But
seem
I don't
to like
want
that
I don't
word.
want to censor people. You know, that's the key to this show. We'll let people do what they want to do. But all right, we're going to take a break. For what reason? I don't know why, but
anyone got to take a leak?
I got to take a leak.
All right, I'll grab some. I'll grab another cup of tea.
Maybe I'll go in the bathroom with you, and I'll take a leak next to you. We'll talk about the show. Whatever else we want to talk about.
Well, we want to talk about your Yankee Cranky.
Okay.
Oh, you had an interesting evening.
I had
too.
a very interesting night. I could top your Yankee Cranky. And we got to talk about Whip 'em Out Wednesday. And hopefully, if we feel confident enough, we'll do Stoner Spelling Bee. But we need the phones working. They look like they're working now. I don't want to continue bitching. Because half these guys could kick my ass.
Day 3 of this mess.
What's the matter, Ben?
Holy crap.
Wow, Ben came in looking like a...
Ben, how many hours sleep did you have last night?
Not that much.
It's obvious.
Yeah.
Are you
all
upset
right?
that your long sleeve shirt just comes past your belt by 1/8 of an inch?
Why are you ragging on
I love
poor
Ben, but
young
yeah,
Ben?
Let's talk about what you wear.
I'm a mess. I know I'm a mess. But you have a short shirt, and I don't like it. It's a long shirt. It just comes a long sleeve. Look what my shirt comes down to, way past my smaller than average bag.
I got to say something. Ben's shirt ending there is kind of normal.
It's not.
Your shirt, your shirt shouldn't go down to your bag.
It should.
Only if you're covering stuff.
Maybe I am.
Like T-shirts that come down low are usually reserved for people that are trying to cover up something they don't want the rest of the people to see.
Like my fat stomach?
Could be,
Right.
if that's what you think. I think you look fine, Jimmy.
All right.
It's cold out today, too. Notice that?
So then wear a shirt that covers your belly button.
What the hell is wrong with the shirt?
Nothing. You have a
Get
long...
on Steve's case about dress. Well, at least he dressed well today.
No, he's not dressed well today. It's like Sammy the Bull when he's lounging. That outfit sucks.
Why is Steve trying to argue with Jim without turning on a microphone?
Yeah, hey, turn it. You want to turn it on, Martini, Steve?
Yeah, okay,
So I
thank
can
you.
hear you in my left ear? Wait, go ahead. Now talk.
What exactly
I
is
can't
wrong
hear
with
a
this
word you're
shirt?
saying in the right ear.
Can you hear one ear at least? Is one fucking ear working, Jim?
Nope, only one ear working. I'm not listening to you until you fix your goddamn levels.
Fine. Bye.
I can't hear a word you're seeing, MS.
Seeing? Whatever.
I said saying, didn't I?
No, you did not.
I'm tired, Open. I'm on...
All right. We're going to have to do something that people want to listen to next. Okay?
Right,
Something
right.
where they're going to go, wow, I really need to listen to Opie and Anthony every day.
Not an hour and a half of trying to fix stuff that isn't working.
Doohickeys.
Doohickeys?
Maybe we could talk about stupid Robert Kelly trying to call in yesterday, finally, and having Anthony go, hello, and Bob, who was listening to his radio, didn't realize you were talking to him until you hung up.
Yeah, that's the other thing. There is a slight delay, people.
Yeah.
So
don't listen to your radios when
because
you're
the signal
calling.
has to go from here down to Washington, then NASA has to decipher it, then shoot it up to the satellite, and then it goes back down to Washington, back up to New York.
Yeah.
And I think that takes about 8 seconds.
Takes a while.
That's what I think. I'm
Get up
not,
into
I'm not
outer
a technology whiz, but I think there's a delay because it's going through all sorts of of stages.
Yeah, other
We talk about my new favorite show when we come back? The Tony Danza Show.
Hey, there's a tease. We'll be back.
It was Whip 'em Out Wednesday, so I flashed some guy on the Long Island Expressway. He was involved in a 7-car pileup. There was blood and carnage everywhere. But my tits looked great.
Please, wow responsibly. A public service announcement of the Opie and Anthony Show.
And here, as long as we're talking about theme restaurants, I got a proposition for you. I think if white people are going to burn down black churches, then black people ought to burn down the House of Blues. Huh? What a fucking disgrace that place is. The House of Blues. They ought to call it the House of Lame White Motherfuckers. Inauthentic, low-frequency, single-digit, lame white motherfuckers. Especially these male movie stars who think they're blues artists. You ever see these guys? Don't you just want to puke in your soup when one of these fat, balding, overweight, overaged, out-of-shape, middle-aged male movie stars with sunglasses jumps on stage and starts blowing into a harmonica? It's a fucking sacrilege. In the first place, white people got no business playing the blues ever, at all, under any circumstances. Ever, ever, ever. What the fuck do white people have to be blue about? Banana Republic ran out of khakis? Huh? The espresso machine is jammed? Hootie and the Blowfish are breaking up? Shit, white people ought to understand their job is to give people the blues, not to get them. And certainly not to sing or play them. Tell you a little secret about the blues. It's not enough to know which notes to play. You got to know why they need to be played. And another thing, I don't think white people should be trying to dance like blacks. Stop that! Stick to your faggoty polkas and waltzes. And that repulsive country line dancing shit that you do. And be yourself, be proud, be white, be lame, and get the fuck off the dance floor. Now, I thank you.
Hi, this is Tom Torbjornsen with America's Car Show Tip of the Day on XM Radio. Wayne from Fort Wayne, Indiana writes, I own an 87 Ford Mustang GT. I'm wondering why the oil pressure gauge constantly registers low. Will this have a negative effect on my vehicle's performance? Wayne, will low pressure have a negative effect on your engine performance? Well, yeah, and that the engine could seize up and stop running, never to run again. Is that negative enough for you? Have an oil pressure test performed with a mechanical gauge to determine if the engine indeed has low oil pressure or if it's just due to a bad oil pressure sensor or wiring harness to it. If you do have low oil pressure, you could do major damage to the engine in the form of rod or main bearing damage, crank or cam damage, cylinder wall damage, or damage to anything else that needs lubrication. Got a question? Check our website at americascarshow.com. Hear the full show on XM Channel 166, Saturdays, 2 p.m. Eastern.
Spirit is invisible. It is soundless.
Liquid metal can make you deaf and your ears might bleed.
It is without texture, without taste, without smell. It is dimensionless, spaceless, and timeless.
Channel 42! Ow, my throat hurts.
Liquid Metal, one of 100 channels on XM Satellite Radio.
XM 46.
Moments after the Jimi Hendrix Experience reduced the stage to ashes at the Monterey Pop Festival in 1967, it was clear Jimmy's incendiary guitar playing had finally converted the American audience to his electric vision. Jimmy first took up the guitar in his early teens, religiously jamming to blues heroes Muddy Waters and Robert Johnson.
The Jimi Hendrix Experience.
Top tracks, XM 46.
The virus is out! I repeat, the virus is out! Throw the first switch! Sentence served. Get ready! Get set! Permission to freak out! Go!
We're the talk of the industry. And that's the way it's always been. The outcast of radio. Bastards. No one truly wants our radio show. No one has balls anymore.
Your balls are showing.
Big, beefy, hanging, swinging nuts.
Throw the second switch! even better than I imagined.
Love you, Opie. Love you, Anthony.
Boy, we're gonna have great fun.
Love you, Ben. Love you, Steve.
I hope you brought a big bag of smiles.
O-N-A. O-N-A.
You two are going to hell.
Shut up. Kill yourself.
Throw the third switch!
Opie and Anthony, the virus is spreading.
Black Betty, bam, ba-lam, yeah, Black Betty, bam, ba-lam, Black Betty had a child, bam, ba-lam, damn thing gone wild, bam, ba-lam, she's always ready, bam, ba-lam, she's on Rock City, bam, ba-lam, whoa, Black Betty, bam, ba-lam, yeah, Black Betty, bam, ba-lam.
All right. You're checking out the Opie and Anthony show.
All of a sudden, you were really loud there now.
I know.
Wow.
It's a work in progress.
Wow.
People are really starting to get pissed off that we've bitched this long.
Know.
And I apologize. We just want to have everything set so we could, do the show we know how to do. Instant feedback, or whatever the hell we're allowed to call it. You can get to it through opieandanthony.com and some other ways. Are you guys wearing panties on your head like in Weird Science? That's what it sounds like. With the whole technology thing.
Great.
And regarding Rodney Dangerfield, who died overnight, 82 years old, how cruel is the world when a genius and generally nice guy like Rodney is taken from us and a retard like Carrot Top is allowed to roam the earth?
Dial down the center.
Speaking of Rodney Dangerfield, XM Satellite Radio, XM Comedy 150, we'll be saluting Rodney Dangerfield all day today with Rodney segments every hour and an in-concert special tonight at 8.
Hey, Wang!
Right before our Richard Pryor special on XM Comedy 150.
I'm no doorknob either, all right?
We'd like to play some Rodney Dangerfield clips today, but they're obsessed with George Carlin.
I don't mind George Carlin because he's the greatest comic working right now. But how about a bit that's a little different than the ones we heard yesterday, like Give Me Three and White Male Movie Stars Playing the Blues? Those are the exact same bits.
Yeah.
Here, let me say something about comedy. I'm not an expert. Part of the joy of a joke, it's contingent upon catching you off guard. That's why comedians have to, you can't just do your hits like you can as a singer. Songs are not contingent upon catching you off guard.
Right.
So you can hear a comedy bit you love 6 months later, a year later, you'll enjoy it all over again. But if you hear the same fucking bit that you heard yesterday, it's not going to make anybody happy.
Wow.
Oh, man. I am really uncomfortable now.
Well, the instant feedback is going crazy. Everyone's like, you guys are playing a lot of George Carlin bits. Does anyone know why?
Because there's one CD they have. George Carlin has
Hold
a
on.
body of work that's 30 years old.
Yeah. New rule. Because that other booth, the mics are so much louder because they're bitching about Steve's mic still. We got to stop reading the instant feedback, but we're trying to adjust everything here. New rule: if you guys have something to say, come into the studio. You lazy Fs. Sex Bagel's going to explain why we're just playing George Carlin bits.
Oh, okay. There's a reason?
I think
it can't be.
What we were told is that for these set breaks, you have to have a set bit for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes. There's 20 of each, but for some reason they're only rotating maybe 6. And we're getting phone calls when you guys are on breaks that when they hear the replays, DC's programming Christmas music and all these other weird things that we're not doing in the commercial breaks instead of what we had put together and gave them.
What do you mean Christmas breaks?
Oh, there's
It's
a guy
October.
online. There's a guy online too said that he was hearing Christmas music during one of our breaks.
He might be high.
Can't
or
believe
something.
all of the listeners.
Yeah, John from Jersey. What's up, buddy?
Dude, 2 years, you guys ruined it. Listen, man, yesterday I'm listening to the replay.
Yeah.
And there was between the stuff, there was freaking Charlie Brown, Christmas music, Disney, I don't know, it was 1940s stuff. And then they play the Red Peters, Blow Me, you know that tune?
Oh, yeah.
There's no lyrics in it. It's just the backup and the freaking, I'm listening to them, what the hell is this? They're just fucking it all up. It sounds like I'm listening to fucking Don and Mike or something.
Oh,
those guys are terrific.
Oh, don't say that.
And by the way, hey, thanks a lot, DC Snipers. You had those two fat cocks right there. You couldn't have done them instead of the bus driver. Oh, love you, boo-boo. Right in that fat gut.
All right,
I'll change it all around today so it's gone.
How about a song maybe during a break? Something that the
Why
listeners
can't
would
we
like.
just program the breaks? Because we know what we're doing. We know all the comedians we want to hear and what bits
Apparently,
work.
we're not allowed to.
Why?
That's what I was told. We had to get this together and then give it to them and let them do it.
That's interesting.
Everything is pretty much taken out of our
But
hands.
half the stuff they're playing when we take a quick break so we could try to take a dump, which I haven't been able to do naturally in 4 days now, half the stuff they're playing I don't find funny. And if it's the Opie and Anthony show, I'd like to pick out all the stuff that I and Anthony and Jim Norton find funny.
Yeah.
And normally
that junkyard graveyard crap, some of it's funny, but most of it stinks.
Normally I would agree with you, but these are set to a certain length. Like, they have to be exactly at a certain length. So there's some other
that's
bits.
it, Opie. See, instead of it being funny or something, it's
gotta
time.
be time.
It's time sensitive.
But you guys could do the same thing with the length, because you're very qualified to look and go, all right, that's 3 minutes. Stop. Why do they think that above like Maryland, we can't hit stop after 3 minutes? I say we. I wouldn't.
Why
be a
can't
part of
they
that.
in Washington just throw the whole show to us right here in the studio, and then we'll play everything from like old school radio. We'll
From
play
right here.
We'll get the cart machines out and the CD players, and I'll put breaks together.
I'll make some calls. I'll see what we can do.
Because
music, maybe?
Why do we even go to Washington if we're not even playing commercials? We're
Yeah.
going all the way down there so they could take it for a while we go take leaks, so they can play PSAs and bits that are timed out perfectly. But they're timed out perfectly, but they're not funny.
We have to figure out the
See,
logistics.
the number one priority of those things should be funny before it times out perfectly. Like, I don't understand the logic of that.
I don't understand that we have 20 of each timed bit, and they were playing only the same 6 over and over. Where are the others that we
See, the
gave
beauty
them?
of doing satellite radio, you're listening to this, and you're not going to have to listen to 10 to 20 minutes of commercials in a break.
Yeah.
In a row, excuse me. But we could play funny stuff for these people.
Yeah, why can't we just do it from here?
I mean, the George
there a
Carlin thing
reason?
was funny, but I've heard that bit
Sure.
3 or 4 times now.
Well, how about a song?
We've only
once
been
in
on
a
the air
while?
3 days.
You could toss in a Metallica song or Ozzy or Kiss or whatever. I mean, whatever you want. It's there's nothing. You don't have a commercial yet.
Someone
so why
just
not?
find out why we have to go to Washington. If we're just playing, I'd rather just talk the whole time. And when we need to
Yeah.
take a break, I'll just put on a Brian Regan or a Bill Hicks bit. When it's over, we'll be back on the air.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll see what I can do.
And then if they finally, sell this crap they call the O&A show to some sponsors, then we'll take it to the next level, right?
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't get it. We should be able to just do it from here.
You know who would know the answer? A man like Tony Danza.
Awful.
It was bad. It was bad. I watched 30 seconds of that show yesterday, and I wanted to put my fist to the television.
He was ready to break the television.
It is nothing worse than watching an ex-boxer try to be charming for fat whore housewives. Just be yourself. You're a mean dago. That's what you do.
Yeah, I saw about 5 minutes of it yesterday when you were watching, and he was telling this story, and then he mentioned his daughter's test scores or something. It was
She
just
got
the
100.
most. It was the most. He was very proud that she got 100.
It's like, this is one thing I love about Colin, is how much he hates applause breaks in comedy. And it's like, there's nothing worse than watching somebody go for an applause break.
Yeah.
What are people going to do when you say, my kid got 100? Boo. They got to go, oh, all right.
Now you've got to applaud.
Oh.
And the people that are forcing that applause out of you, like, yeah, well, got to tell you, I just celebrated my 10-year wedding anniversary. Oh, and then they stop and pause and wait for people to clap.
Let's just say what you really meant to say. I celebrated 14 years without a drink or a drug in my body, sober by the grace of God, and I have 2 daughters. All right, Rich.
Well, that's what's happening on TV and regular radio. It's all about safe programming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Garbage. It is absolute shit.
What is that? Oh. Man, I saw an old episode of this show the other day. Who's the Boss? And that, what's her name? The girl?
Alyssa Milano.
Alyssa Milano. It's so filthy watching that show when she's a little kid like that. Because you just know what a babe she turned into.
Yeah.
So you watch it and she's, what, friggin' 9 years old or something? And you can't help but look and go, yeah.
She's going to be a slut in a
You
few
know
more
what
years.
You know what she turned into. Ava Save-A-Lot. Those big, juicy cans she's got.
Yeah, but so you're saying you like to whack your bag watching her when she's 9, picturing what she's going to be.
Well, no, I don't whack my bag watching the program, Jimmy. I might try that, but no, I haven't done that. But it's filthy. You watch it, and she's a kid, and you kind of feel dirty because you know that she turns out to be really hot. So you look at her with that knowledge of that hotness in your head,
right?
Even though she's a kid on the TV. You can't get out of your head that she's, really hot.
Yeah, it's kind of like when you watch The Champ and young Rick Schroeder is crying over the body. You realize how good his abs are going to be in a few years. I hear you.
Well, sure, that's what he's
another way to
trying
look
say.
at it that I completely wasn't looking at.
Blonde lad with tears. That was a nice moment. Get up, Champ! First movie I ever saw in the theater, by the way, was The Champ. And I was
Really?
embarrassed that I cried, yeah.
You were crying. How old were you?
Oh, I was a little boy, maybe the same age as a little Ricky Schroeder. I might have been 5 or 6 years older.
Mhm.
What was that, 73? I was born in 68. So I guess I was 5 or 6.
And you
5 or
cried?
6?
I cried. I blubbered. I cried like some grandmother.
Luke could act like a man. My parents took me to, I think the first movie I ever went to was a drive-in movie. Took me to see Bonnie and Clyde.
Oh, Gene
Remember that
Hackman.
movie?
Yeah, yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
And
no, I'm sorry, Warren Beatty, right?
Warren Beatty,
Warren
but
Beatty,
Gene
yeah.
Hackman was in it too.
Okay.
Yeah, and they took us to Arby's beforehand, and I filled up on some Arby's, and then they take me to this movie, and I don't even know how old I was. I was a little kid, and I puked my Arby's all over my father's Rambler because the movie it was not a movie to take a kid to. I mean, and like I'm saying, they were, bad parents or something, smoking during pregnancy and drinking and stuff. We didn't know back then. Yeah, sure. Who could possibly think inhaling smoke would do anything? But no, you don't take a kid to a movie like Bonnie and Clyde, and I just puked all over the place. It was awful.
If you're gonna take a kid to see a movie, make it 9.5 weeks, or Blue Lagoon, or something that little kid can get something out of you. Put him on your lap, you watch, you explain what's going on, and how it's not wrong.
And then when I was living out in California, my father takes me to him and his girlfriend at the time, and me to the drive-in theater to see Barbarella.
Now that's a hot movie.
And yeah, but you don't want to be sitting in between your father and his girlfriend.
Why were you sitting in between them?
No, actually, I was by the
Jesus.
window. Yeah.
Oh, so that's
yeah.
that creepy scene in Midnight Cowboy where they're drinking and little John Voight's in bed.
But the opening credits start for Barbarella, and she's kind of silhouetted but nude, and she's dancing around and stuff. Jane Fonda, Hanoi Jane, and it was really hot. And I'm trying not to breathe heavy, but I'm getting all worked up. So I'm breathing heavy out of my nose, so I'm not like, my father and his girlfriend in the car. And I notice the whole side of the truck that I'm on, the windows are completely fogging up. And I'm all embarrassed, and I got a boner, and I'm breathing heavy, and it was the most awful situation to be in. How embarrassing.
Too bad you weren't in a tree fort. You could have had that taken care of.
It's really embarrassing.
Oh, that's funny.
I tried to get my dad when I was a kid. We used to go to the drive-in, and one time I tried to get him to take me to see Ursula Andress and the Sensuous Nurse. But I was
Right.
like, no, I don't think we should see that together.
No.
Yeah, which is probably, looking in hindsight, that was a wise decision.
And then one time I go with my mother and her mother, which is, of course, my grandmother, to a movie to go see Saturday Night Fever. And now I'm sitting there, and I think at that point I was sitting in between my mother and my grandmother. And there it is, Tony Manero and his crew banging what's-her-face in the back seat of the car on the Verrazano Bridge, pretty much raping her as she's in some drugged-out coma, crying. And I'm sitting there, and there's my old grandmother sitting next to me. It's just embarrassing. You get that feeling inside where you can't leave the situation. You just want to grab down and pull the ejector seat and pop out of the roof of the building. Awful.
Humiliating.
Very humiliating. God, some trauma at the movie
You
theater.
can't watch hardcore sex with your grandmother sitting there.
No, and it was pretty, that was pretty good back then.
You just brought up a memory. I was driving to...
You happy now you're a cunt.
I was driving up to New Haven on I-95.
Yeah.
I told this story once before, and I'm driving with my grandma, and I think one of my brothers or sisters, I can't remember anymore, and the car in the right lane was going really slow.
Yeah.
And you saw the lady's head bobbing up and down.
Oh, getting a little roadhead.
A little roadhead. It's nice that we could say roadhead on satellite radio. Regular radio, you can't say roadhead.
You just have to spend 15 minutes trying to describe it.
So I'm checking it out, and my grandma was also checking it out. and turns to me and gives me a smile like, yeah, I know what's going on over there.
Ah!
She was like 88 at the time.
Was that the same one that tongued you?
Yeah.
That you tongued?
No, I tongued her by accident, yeah.
Did you ever hear that, Jimmy? He was kissing his grandmother goodbye or something, and he opened his mouth. And
I was little, man.
He thought that you kind of thought that's how you would kiss people. Not grandma. Tongue kissing.
Well, you were old enough to understand the open mouth French kiss concept, but not old enough to understand who to use it on.
You don't give it to grandma.
I thought a kiss was a kiss. I don't know.
Yeah, it certainly
She
is.
was like, close your mouth.
She had to tell him to close his mouth. That would stick with me for a while.
I just want to say good night.
You ever see Grandma Boob?
No.
That's pretty bad, too. I remember one day Grandma cooking, I guess it was for Thanksgiving, some holiday, and I was over there, and she was in her little house coat thing or something, and she bent over, and I turned my head and caught a glance right down the front of her house coat thing, and just saw these old grandma breasts, and that stuck with me. I was just horrified for years. Like, then every time I went over there, all I could think about was how embarrassing it was and how awful it was to see, and try to get that image out of my head.
She had big nips?
No, I guess at some age...
No, they were long.
A woman's
I like that.
areolae pretty much just turn into the same color as the boob. This pale, see-through, like, the visible woman model kind of... You could see every vein and organ pumping... translucent skin thing that happens to old people.
Like those phones like from 8 years ago, the clear ones where
you see all the wiring and
inner
inner working. Yeah, your grandparents become like the visible models where you could see their organs and their blue and red veins and stuff, and it's awful. And the breast it was just some breast. It had no nipple to it or anything. And that stuck with me.
I like a larger areola. A lot of guys don't like that, but I prefer...
Big flapjack. Big hot cake.
Yeah. Like someone just took mud and squished it against the breast. That's very sexy. Big and dark.
I'm the pretty average guy. I like average things. I don't like those small Madonna ones that look like two buttons on those big...
Oh, does she have little teeny ones?
Oh, little teeny ones. That's
Figure
kinda...
she does. She's such a... She's into Jewish mysticism. I'd like to spit gum right in her lip-syncing face. I'm so glad that fruit cup attacked her at that award show. Elton John doesn't like lip-syncing.
Elton John went off, yeah.
Yeah, apparently when you're giving head to another man, you can't lip-sync. And it's very obvious. Shut your faggot mouth, Elton. I'm tired of him criticizing everyone.
And everything. That's what he does now. He just criticizes things.
This is why I'd like to kick him right in his recently knighted face. Because he attacked Sam Kinison a few years ago. I'd like to congratulate Sam on being the first pig to ever host an award show because he did AIDS jokes. And then all of a sudden... Eminem, who I love and who does AIDS stuff in his songs and trashes gay people. What's he doing a couple years ago? He's singing at the award show with them. I guess it's how hot you are at the moment.
At the moment.
This fucking fruit cup, he really irritates me.
That's pretty much what he does. Well, remember his last controversy was getting all upset at American Idol, saying it was a racist competition, and it's been won by black people for 2 out of the three seasons, or... What, 2 out of the 4 seasons?
Oh, because the person that he thought should win, apparently the one who had the larger bulge, didn't advance. Ugh, shut your face.
Hey, let's go to the phone to talk to Teresa. What's up, Teresa?
Oh, no, I'm just calling in to tell you that I'm one of your devoted female fans that was patiently waiting for you to come back on the air.
Oh, well, thanks for that.
There it is. See, we do have some girls listening.
Are you keeping WOW alive out there?
I'm trying to. When can I get my WOW stickers?
Ooh, you had to bring up that. Well, they promised me we would have that all set and ready to go, that system, but we're still waiting.
I think we
have the new WOW stickers, the new Opie and Anthony WOW stickers. Basically, it is Whip 'em Out Wednesday, and basically all those WOWs you've been seeing on the back of trucks all over the country, that's something that Anthony and I started about 7 or 8 years ago, and WOW simply means Whip 'em Out Wednesday. The girls see the WOW, and they'll drive up to you if they feel like it, and they'll wow you as you're driving.
Yeah, all of a sudden you'll be driving. You won't know when, where it'll happen, but you glance over, and the girl that saw the WOW on the back of your vehicle could be right up next to you, and she's flashing you. You're going, whoa, what? How did that happen? Oh, yeah, I had a WOW on my vehicle.
So the new WOW stickers look great, but we need a way to get them to the fans.
Yeah.
And I even said, look, I'll just get a P.O. box. I'll put the P.O. box on my website or our website, opieandanthony.com, and I'll stuff the envelopes with the WOW stickers. I don't care. I'll do it.
Do it yourself.
I'll do it myself.
Grassroots.
They're like, no, we're going to take another 10 or 12 meetings, and we'll figure out how we're going to do this.
Yeah.
Because XM does stand for extreme meetings. And they will get the system in place. And supposedly it was supposed to be up and running already, where you, the fan, all you had to do was give them your address, and they were going to give you WOW stickers.
Right.
That was supposed to happen at least 2 weeks ago. So.
Yeah, but who needs that though? It's stupid just to have like promotion for the show. Ugh,
but I don't mind doing it. I said, look, just mail up a bunch of WOW stickers. I'll set up a P.O. box. I'll do it myself.
Yeah.
We really want to get this show rolling. We're motivated for the first time in our careers to really, really go for it.
Actually motivated. Opie, Phil from Boston says, when I was 7, I saw Grandma Box. Still haunts me today. God, that's just got to be the worst, man.
How did he...
You don't want to see Grandma Box.
He's got to explain how he saw the Grandma's box.
Oh.
Because you know it's not kempt. It looks like Einstein's head.
There's no reason to kemp that. It's unkempt.
At that point, it's a drop box.
I never understood how someone sexually assaults somebody. Not that sexual assault is ever right with somebody, but it's like, how angry are you at society when you see somebody that old and you can...
I know.
It's just awful.
I sometimes I watch the news and I'm like, there are just some really angry people out there, and you wonder how they could do some things. Yeah, a woman at a rest home or something.
Yeah,
and he'll hop on board, punch her in the face like 8 times, and just go to town on a woman in her 80s or something. It's like, wow, that is some anger that has to come out of what? What happens to you growing up that you have to do that to Grandma?
Well, I can understand the punching her in the face part, because you ever get stuck behind one of these bags of meat in the supermarket?
Well, at least that's a reason.
Canned peas and diapers. Step it up. But it's when it comes down to the sexual assault thing, I just don't understand how you can translate that anger into using your junk. I don't understand how you can do that.
Because it's not about the hotness
of
it.
No, I know, but I've never been angry enough where I can function sexually with an 80-year-old. The madder I am at someone, the less I can function. I can't bang a girl when I'm angry at her. I don't have, like, revenge sex. I have it with somebody else. Like, you know what I mean? I go out and cheat. That's how I get my anger out of my girlfriend at or whatever.
I'm awful. I can't do anything to anything violent or even nasty to girls. It's just not in my nature. And then you see on the news, like, go up and guys that just, smack around their girls and think that's kind of a cool thing to do. Yeah, we're getting some Morse code in on the, are you hearing that?
Yeah, that was a little distracting. I think they're communicating with each other.
Still kind of hearing that. It's so hard. You get into a conversation and you want to keep talking about something, and then you're just distracted by some kind of noise now. Any idea where that's coming from?
Somebody's cell phone is going off. But I don't
It's a cell phone?
Yeah, these what are they?
No, it's not.
GSM cell phones make that kind of noise through the monitors.
So it's somebody's cell phone?
Somebody in the vicinity of these 2 studios has a cell phone that's going off.
Wow. This is very interesting. Let's go to Greg in Houston.
Can they hear that over the air, or we can?
I don't know. It's really distracting.
Who knows?
Hey, Greg, what's up?
Jesus.
I can't hear it.
Greg.
No, I can't hear it. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. Cool. Hey, yeah, y'all went off the air right as I was starting to listen when I would travel up to the north. And so finally that y'all are back on, and my wife's getting to see all this twisted information that y'all are starting to spew, and I don't think she understands it quite well.
What? Have problems with the wife?
Yeah. She does. I tried to get her to do the Whip Out Wednesday, and I tried to get her to, I'm trying to get her to get the $1.99, but it's kind of hard to sell it whenever she's hearing all this, the gay promos and the mics going up and down.
Oh, I know. We only have one shot at this too. People are kind of trying out the show for the month of October, so that's why I'm a little freaked out here that we need everything working perfectly, because people are deciding if they're going to continue with the Opie and Anthony show on High Voltage 202 after October is over.
Yeah,
that's why I'm in a panic and yelling and screaming and want everything working right.
Yeah,
You've got to get some good material out there so that people can, bring in the new people who haven't ever heard you before.
Yeah, we got to sell ourselves. I mean, we spend an hour and a half bitching about how everything's not working. That's not really giving people a chance to like us.
No.
Yeah.
So
no, when that's all they're hearing.
We need to do really good radio shows, and then you, the consumer, will decide to keep listening to us. That's how this works with the satellite radio. All right, Greg.
Yeah, you got your base. Just keep up the good work.
All right, thank you. That's why we're pushing so hard. We understand that we're only going to have one shot at this.
Yeah.
Speaking of Whip 'em Out Wednesday, yesterday we were talking about how the girl flashed on the Today Show live.
Yeah.
It was part of our guerrilla campaign of getting our names out there.
It works.
Which started up again only a couple days ago. Someone on Fox and Friends had an XM satellite radio, Opie and Anthony Banner, and they just pretty much disrupted their broadcast when they went out on the street.
Yeah.
So it has begun again. So we mentioned the WOW on the Today Show. You know, the girl flashing her tits. And also the C word that made it on local TV here in New York City.
Yes.
Well, OAvirus.com has those 2 video clips. See, we're a very interactive radio show, so if you were listening yesterday and you heard that break, well, you can see the video for yourself at OAvirus.com.
Right.
Okay?
Doughboy from Whackbag saying 2 words, century sex. Remember that one?
Oh, my God. We forgot all about that.
Talking about old ladies. We were given a videotape called Century Sex, and this is...
And you know what? That's another thing we weren't allowed to take out of our office when we got shown the door 2 years ago.
Good. I wanted no part of that video.
Dude,
it was actually a good attraction. People that came in, guests and stuff, we'd bring them back to the office and screen it for them. And it was horrific. It was horrific. All you would see is... she had to be, well, she was near 100. I don't think she was 100, even though it was called Century Sex.
She was at least 90, though.
She was like 90 years old.
She had the body of E.T.
Her body was like E.T. And this guy was having sex with her.
Barely.
And he could barely do it. He could barely do it. He couldn't get plump.
This was filmed, obviously, before Viagra made its mark on society today.
Yeah.
Because this guy could barely get it going.
Oh, Viagra. If he had Viagra, it would have killed the woman. Her body... You know, gravity takes its toll, and she was all bunched up, like all of her organs had fallen into her pelvis, and she had this big round tire belly, and her boobs drooped like right down to her belly button, and a guy was doing her, and it was on video.
Oh, I've never seen a movie turn 2,000 guys into one collective. Remember at the Vanderbilt?
Oh, we actually played it at the Vanderbilt in front of
you guys played it at the road
people.
show.
I forgot about
one of the road shows.
Yeah, and it was awful. You just heard the whole crowd when she hit the screen go, "Oh!"
Well, we got to get another copy of Century Sex.
Yeah,
that was a conversation starter.
Yeah, please, if someone has it, send it in to us. We'll give you a WOW sticker for it.
Okay. All right, we're gonna step aside again. I'm going to attempt to do that. Should be coming naturally. It's up to day 4.
I'm going to go to the store and get some...
What's wrong,
Jimmy
Jim?
is all upset again.
No. The 3rd time the coffee order gets fucked up, who cares? I'll just go to the store and get it myself.
What are you looking for?
I'm not asking anybody to get me anything anymore. I'm very independent. I'll do it myself.
What did you need?
Just, I only drink... I asked for a bottle of water. I didn't get that. And a medium iced latte with soy milk.
And what is that?
It's not from Starbucks. It's from this other company, and it tastes like somebody dropped a log and put ice on it. It stinks.
Why didn't they get you Starbucks?
Because that would be easy and correct. Why would they?
Why are we all so angry?
There's a lot of anger in here.
I'll tell you why.
Is it because we're not really sleeping yet?
We're
not sleeping.
I'm not sleeping, and I do realize I'm very cranky today because I'm not sleeping. My nose is stuffed because I told you I took that Levitra last night to get my hand, so that ruined my nose. So I shot Zycam, and now I can't breathe. So I know I'm in a bad mood. That's why I wasn't going to say anything. But you know, someone just caught me making a face at this dog shit with ice in it. I hate iced lattes that aren't Starbucks. And I'm not whoring for Starbucks.
Yeah.
But they're the only ones I want to drink.
A lot of people now will only drink Starbucks coffee.
What about the mom and pop places? Their coffee is burnt and it sucks. This is what you get when you go somewhere else. I don't want some Arab, some uncut savage making my latte. I want a nice white or black or Spanish American kid making it with a smile on his face and fucking it up, calling it a medium grande. Fuck you. Get me a medium with soy milk, sissy boy. But I only drink Starbucks.
Jesus.
Okay.
Oh, I know
Wow.
that the young anarchists are not going to like that. You know, they broke Starbucks windows during the World Trade Organization.
Corporate America.
Yeah, Starbucks. That's real balls. Go after the coffee makers, you little anarchy jerk offs.
Hey, Yankees lost and the Red Sox won last night.
Yeah.
No, it's all right. I'm just busting on you, bro.
No, I think it's good that the Yankees lost and the Red Sox won. Get those dirty Boston. I love when they feel good because the better they feel.
Hey, Kurt Schilling looked great last night.
I hope Kurt Schilling.
Kurt Schilling's
gets
going to
elbow
win the Red
cancer.
Sox a World Series finally.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
Yes,
he is. Come on. Come
What?
on. Jim Rice couldn't do it. Yastrzemski couldn't do it. Clemens couldn't do it. Mo Vaughn couldn't
Are
do it.
you saying?
get
Wait
the
a minute.
job
Are
done.
you saying that this is Boston's year?
This is the year.
This is the year.
I know I've
You're
said that in the
insane.
past, but
You
is our year.
You say it every year, and you're insane.
Wait a second. That year I predicted the Patriots would win the Super Bowl. You said, "Oh no, and we won the Super Bowl."
Patriots are different.
Yeah, but it's different.
I know,
Yeah.
but this is my prediction. Mark my words, we're going to win the World Series.
Do you
this year.
realize the last time someone said Boston won the World Series last year? If you said Hitler, they'd go, "Who are you talking about?"
Right.
1918. I mean, come on, dude. There's something wrong with the organization.
Yeah, 6 years prior, the Titanic sunk.
Well, what was wrong with the organization
You're right.
for many years
Oh.
is that they didn't like black people on their team.
What's your point?
The Red Sox.
They
Well,
still don't. They're all Dominicans. How many black stars do they have on Boston in the last few years? Mo Vaughn, they chased out. I mean, with Jim Rice, I mean, they're very few. Pedro, they're all Dominicans. Manny Ramirez, I don't have any black guys in Boston.
But
So,
that-
all right, you can take...
That's why the curse, though. All the other teams were getting the darkies, and the Red Sox.
Oh, Jesus
Christ!
Oh, my God.
What?
What kind of... What?
Do your research.
Do my research.
They did
What?
a whole-
Is it 1958?
I didn't say colored.
What are we?
They did a whole show on it where the freaking owners of the Red Sox were racist and they didn't want the darkies on their team.
That was
Opie
what
and
they
Anthony
said.
So
show.
everyone else was, scooping up the darkies for their teams, and they were winning the World Series.
Is
It's
that
no-
what they were
it wasn't
calling
a freaking,
black people
it
in
wasn't-
Boston?
It was pretty much.
Well,
we doing this?
Jockeys.
It
Yeah.
wasn't a curse. They didn't want the best players on their team because they were racist.
When did the studio get moved to Southie?
Really?
Oh my God! I saw a whole show on this. I think it was HBO on the curse.
Here's
But they
Bucky fucking
explained-
Dent.
And they were explaining that it's really, for many years it wasn't a curse. They just weren't getting the best players because the team owner was a racist.
Yeah, but they had a 4-0 lead last year with a fine...
Yeah, there is just
it's a curse.
It will just always fall. They will always fall on their faces. They will always choke when push comes to shove and the pressure is really on and they look like they're ready to win. That's when they choke the worst and it's over and
Go Sox.
yeah, another
Yankees
year
suck.
of chanting
I'm not jumping
Yankees
on.
suck.
I'm not jumping on the Yankee bandwagon. Even though I'm from
bandwagon.
New York, I'm a Mets fan,
Hey, look, I'll
and
tell
I'll
you.
always be a Mets fan, which pisses off the Red Sox fans even more. But I'm going for the Sox this year.
Look, Boston's one of my favorite cities. Boston, they have great basketball, fantastic football. You want to shoot your pregnant wife in the stomach and have a black guy blame? That's where you go.
Chuck Stewart reference there. That's
Oh,
good.
of course. Well, Charles, I don't call him Chuck. That's a little too familiar. That's how you know Boston's a little racist, though, because he just said a black guy did. They're like, round him up and shoot him. There wasn't even a question of maybe it was a black guy.
That was a great one. What was that guy's name? Oh, they
Willie something.
Yeah,
if he just would have
Willie-
waited,
Willie Horton.
and then he could have jumped off a beautiful bridge.
Yeah.
Now instead of
yeah, that
the
nice
old
new
Tobin.
bridge. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so there you go. Yankees lost. Red Sox.
Yeah.
won.
And by the way, that's another proof that Steinbrenner, can you stop going after hitting? Because even though Musina was okay last night, but it's pitching. It's never hitting in the playoffs.
Well, the
By the way, if I ever make such a fucking boring point on radio again, somebody smack me in the face. You're trying to go to break, and I'm just
Twins
prattling
had
on.
a couple of great plays and stuff last night.
Yeah, and one
really,
more double play.
Stole it away from the Yankees.
Now the Yankees gave it away. Double play after double play after
Yeah.
fucking double play. I was so irritated.
So when does your body adjust so you can take dumps in the morning?
It's funny you should say that. Apparently whoever makes this coffee doesn't have a problem.
I am like, this is just.
Well, you had a fun-filled night, Opie, from what I heard.
Yeah, we don't need to tease things on satellite radio because
Yeah, they're either here or they're not.
Right. So I'll talk about my night last night. I almost had to break out a coat hanger. Something. I just need my body clock to adjust to these crazy hours that we decided to do.
A coat hanger, huh?
Oh,
What
man.
happened? What'd you do?
Well, we got to play another George Carlin bit.
Okay.
Oh, God, no, please.
I want a prank phone call instead. Let's go with a prank phone call.
Prank-
Look, Jiggy.
I'm thinking maybe a dice bit.
I don't know what we're doing, but I'll be at Starbucks. I'm going to go get my own stuff. I'm not sending anybody
Are
out
you
anymore.
actually going down to
you bet
Starbucks
I am. I'm
yourself?
going to walk right by that uneducated drunkard who watches the... I'm going to go walk by right by...
That guy's an ex-con, by the way, that's watching the building when
Well,
we
I don't
show
care.
up at 30 in the
I'm
morning.
Anthony from the Opie and Anthony show. You say what you want, convict.
Great, get me in trouble.
Was that the guy that was sleeping when I came up?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. That's what he does best.
Why was he a convict? Was he in the getaway car and he dozed off while they were robbing the bank? Lazy motherfucker.
All right.
Sticks.
What happened to the bottled water? We ever get that?
Stacks, that was his name. I was actually thinking of the Happy Days episode.
Yeah, that's right. That's when a bunch of bisexuals with guitars were supposed to drive from the job.
I stink.
Okay. Let's play another comedy bit.
Great.
Maybe a PSA. Still waiting for our first sponsor to join the Opie and Anthony show. What is that guy's problem?
Nothing. I think you should just put a little wig on him and watch him work in a chocolate factory. Old Oompa Loompa body. Wear this green hair, motherfucker. Doopa-dee-doo. I've got a smaller studio for you.
We're not making new friends, guys. We're not making new friends. Oh, my God. All right, well.
You are so bad, man.
I'm so cranky. I don't care. You understand? I got a hand job last night. I took a
Hold
little
on.
extra for a prostitute.
Hold on. We're gonna talk about that
All
next.
right, I'll be back in about 40 minutes. I'm going to grab coffee.
No, get to someone else to get. We only have 3 minutes.
It's gotten messed up every time I've sent somebody. Now my egg sandwich is going to be nice and cold by the time I eat it.
Give it one more try. Give him one more shot.
No, because he's going to hate my guts and start spitting in my drink. I know what he's going to do. I've seen Roots. I know what happens when you don't like somebody. You just stir it up and you get it back to him. I don't know anyone named Kizzy.
You know what's funny, Jim? It's only your order that keeps getting screwed
Well,
up.
you know I'm not making it up, but I'm not going...
I don't know how yours keeps getting screwed up. Has anybody else had a problem today?
I'm not really ordering anything as complex as a coffee.
Sort of, but I'm trying to be nice today.
Off a banana.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, it's true.
All right. No, just send someone else because we got to hear your story next.
Okay.
Because then I'll tell you my story.
Yeah.
All right.
All right?
All righty.
All right, hit the, is it a break? Is it a...
Whatever it is.
All right.
I was walking down the street, and some construction guy was shouting at me, "Hey, show me your cans!" So I did. And he plummeted 17 floors and was impaled on a forklift. But my tits looked great.
Please, wow responsibly. A public service announcement of the Opie and Anthony Show.
Yeah, you need a driver there, buddy.
Who's this?
This is Jake calling about the job driving. I saw it in the paper.
Yes.
Yeah, well, you still need a driver or what?
Did you fill an application with us, Jake?
Pardon me?
Huh?
Speak up there. What did you say?
You filled an application with us?
No. Look, I saw the ad in the paper, and I'm calling you, fruitcake. I'm looking for a job driving a truck.
We're looking for movers.
Yeah, well, that's what I do.
What class driver's license do you have?
I got 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. I got them all.
You're class 1?
Yeah, I drive buses, trucks. I'll back a truck through the fucking two-family house garage. One of those big 2-ton trucks.
When was the last time you drove a tractor trailer?
Oh, jeez, what the fuck? I'd say about 2 weeks ago, I robbed one down in Jersey, and I drove it up here to New York. Fucking flying. Drove it through the tolls, no stopping, no nothing. I'm good.
I see. Why don't you call back on Monday?
Hey, I'll tell you what. I come in, I'll take you for a test spin. How's that? We go out and we take the truck around the fucking block. I speed, I pop wheelies, I'm good, baby.
Call back on Monday around 10 o'clock.
All right, can I get you? I want you. You sound good. You and me, we make a team. You drive with me. All right?
What's your name again?
Jake.
Jake. Who did you work for, Jake?
Oh, geez, I worked for Moish. I worked for Mayflower. You know? Oh, yeah. Hey, I was good with them, too.
You worked with Moishes?
Yeah, that's right.
When?
About, 2 years ago? See, what I got a problem there, they get fucking scared when I pop the wheelies and all that shit. You know, I pop a lot of wheelies. I'm good with that shit. You know, I don't break no merchandise either. I get it there 2 hours ahead of time, all the time. What do you say?
Say, if you pop any woodies there, I'm not even gonna put in your application.
Listen to me. I don't break nothing, sizzle chest. I'm good.
Okay, call Monday. We'll set up an interview. Okay?
All right, I'll do that there, Rubberneck. I'll call you Monday.
Okay.
All right, Fruitcake. See you later.
Where the surfers go. Next is SpamSlicer.com presents Megabyte Minute. Thanks for tuning in. I'm David Radin on XM Satellite Radio. Many people want to know where internet users most often surf. CEOs, marketing and advertising companies, as well as parents could use this information to their benefit. It might help when deciding where to place ads or what might be seen by children while using the web. In a study performed by Hitwise, a web tracking firm, numbers show that the category with the most traffic is adult-oriented websites. With over 18% of the pie, adult entertainment even beat out the search engine category for the #1 slot, besting Google, Yahoo, and MSN Search all together. I'm David Radin. More at megabyteminute.com.
100 channels of crystal clear digital audio. XM Satellite Radio. Radio to the power of X.
Most people come to St. Patrick's Cathedral to pray. One couple allegedly came to the New York City landmark to have sex. Good morning!
Based on a dare from radio hosts here in New York.
Hello.
They fired these two guys for orchestrating an obscene stunt in New York's most famous Catholic cathedral.
Shock jocks Opie and Anthony had encouraged the couple to have sex at locations where producer was waiting to call in the play-by-play.
Opie and Anthony were fired and their nationally syndicated show canceled.
Did these shock jocks simply go too far? When they crossed the line?
This is outrageous.
Oh, dear.
What are you, stupid? Huh? Just when everything was going good.
Greg Opie Hughes.
I like yam bags on the tool.
And Anthony Cumia.
I'm hoping for a big, fiery rear ender.
Broadcast an outrageous live account of a couple allegedly having sex right in New York St. Patrick's Cathedral on a holy day of obligation.
Presided over the slaughter of a wild pig. Closed down San Francisco's Bay Bridge, encouraged teenage girls to run naked, and invited listeners to compare the taste of eggnog and urine.
You're screwing everything up.
Shock jocks.
Not only does it involve obscenity in the most extreme form, the nerve of these people to actually have this set up.
No crap, Sherlock. Die.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Doompa-dee-doo, I've got another puzzle for you. Oompa, loompa, doompa-dee-dee. If you are wise, you'll listen to me.
This is the Opie and Anthony Show.
You got me with a mouthful of bagel.
It's all right.
At least I'm not the only one eating.
The volumes are still messed up. Steve, when it goes to you in there, the volumes is still too low.
Dude,
when you're doing the promo, it's too low. So people are turning up their radios, and then they're getting blasted out still.
When I tell you that it looks completely even, and I just got done telling the XM people like this, they're looking completely even. So I can't figure out where the problem is.
But the problem is, it's not even with the volume in here. There's got to be a better way to just balance everything out.
They just called me from DC and said that they raised your level in there more, and that should have evened it out. But evidently that didn't even help.
No, but your level's the one that's been too low.
What, the promo level now is too low? I thought that was screaming hot before.
Well, maybe yesterday it was. I don't know.
I can only hear on one side. I'm telling you, it's only coming out of one channel on that side, and that's why we're not getting it.
No, Jim, your headphones are only getting one channel. They just told me they're going to fix it.
Yeah, it's right now. Opie's in the right channel and Steve C's in the left.
They're going to fix that after the show. They got to get under the console and rewire some stuff.
According to my levels in here, Steve, when you talk, you're barely registering.
I'm right around where you are on my levels.
See, you're way down here, and we're way up there. So I don't know what the people are hearing out there.
My VUs are way up, are right in line with yours as I'm speaking right now. So weird.
Can't hear Norton. Steve is too loud, is what Doughboy is saying.
Can you hear me now?
Hey, Denise, what's going on?
Hey, guys, how are you?
Pretty good. Hey.
Good. What I want to know is why Jimmy Norton is acting more like J-Lo than the guy who got replaced by the old guy on Last Comic Standing with the hat that said, "Did you poop today?"
What do you mean?
J-Lo.
What do you say, why does Jim Norton act more like J-Lo? I'm not sure what you mean.
You're acting like a diva.
Listen to me, stupid. I'm not being a diva. But when I want a medium iced soy latte, I want a medium iced soy latte.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, boo-hoo, I have to go to Starbucks myself. Take off your skirt.
That's not boo-hoo, by the way. If I say I'm going to go to Starbucks myself, that's what a man does. You don't send somebody out to get your coffee. I don't like other people. Guys probably put his dick in my coffee. He hates my guts.
I hope not.
Okay. Thank you, Denise.
Oh, that guy's hot under the collar about something.
Let's.
Oh, he's hot.
Anthony, what's going on?
Yo, guys, welcome back, fellas.
Thank you.
First off, with your FUIs are early work, and I want to tell Mike Messina, there's a reason why you win games in the regular season. Is that when you get to the postseason, you win those too, you son of a bitch. All right, sorry about that. Off of that, you guys are talking about grandmothers naked?
Yeah.
I got the orders. I was 8 years old, and I saw my great-grandmother on all fours getting wiped by my mother and my aunts.
Very nice. Your phone sounds like a wave
Getting
file.
wiped. Like a wave file.
Yo.
All right, thank you, Anthony. Your phone's not that good to put it on the air, unfortunately. So.
Shut up.
Stop,
Oh,
man.
wow. And Doughboy is saying, "Stop eating, you meaty-breasted nothing."
Why you got to talk to me like that, man? It's hurtful.
Yeah, that's what he says. I guess people hear you eating again. That's all.
Sorry. Not that you shouldn't be able to eat a full meal in 2 minutes and 48 seconds while re-listening to a Jerky Boys bit. I mean, who shouldn't be able to enjoy?
There is such anger, man. There is such anger in here today.
Well, it's just frustrating. We got to work all the bugs
really
out.
is. We were feeling
It's
pretty
kinda-
good yesterday.
It's kind of tough to work out all the bugs in front of everybody, though.
Yeah.
Weren't we feeling good yesterday?
Yeah.
Remember how good we were feeling about ourselves?
But the problem was, that's why we went off today. I thought we had a really good show yesterday, and then I was reading all the email that comes into me, and people were really frustrated. They're
At
like,
the levels, yeah.
The levels were really bad, whatever.
The problem is no one wants to complain. We love being here, but it's like once you say like, "Hey, look, can we fix this?" You just want to get it fixed so the show is better. That's all it is. Nobody,
Hey, Kevin from New Rochelle, what do you got?
Hey, guys. Good to hear you again. Just a couple of things. First 2 days were a little rough. Today's a hell of a lot better. I think I could have put together a better show the first 2 days with the soundboards I got from Foundry.
Yeah, well, we're still not confident enough to start using our instant replay and stuff. So
No.
we got to get all the levels figured out. We got to get the compression right. I think we need new microphones in here. We got to make a list.
Yep.
These are unidirectional mics, and that's the other problem. If Norton moves away from the mic, it drops completely out. Like, he needs an omnidirectional mic. We always worked with microphones that took in the noise of the room.
Mm-hmm.
It works much better for us.
It says the callers are really low. That guy screaming, I could barely hear.
Well, then the level thing, you might as well take this machine, open that window, and throw it on 57th Street.
I'd be really happy to do that.
Because I'm riding the levels, and that's not helping, I guess.
I guess the callers have to be really loud.
All right, I'll crank them up, and we'll see what happens with that. All right, Jim, so what happened last night?
Well, as you all know, I'm a frightened, lonely man.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a massage girl that I wanted to see, and I canceled my spot at the Comedy Store. It was going to be too late. So, like, what am I going to do from 7 o'clock till, like, 9:30? And I had her come over, and I took a Levitra, because that's how bad I am. It's like I feel like my dick has to be rock solid for a massage girl who I'm paying.
What's the difference between Levitra or Viagra?
Well, funny you should ask, Ant. Levitra doesn't destroy your nose as bad. Viagra gives you, like, when I was in
Your
Brazil,
nose?
It makes you congested. Horribly congested. Like when I was in Brazil, I was doing 100 milligrams of Viagra a day, which is like that will keep you hard 4 days after you're dead, and then just banging 3 hookers in a row. I would bang 3 hookers in a row in Brazil. So coming back, I got Levitra, and it doesn't make your nose as stuffed, and it gives you a nicer erection. I like it better.
Nicer? In what way?
It's just
it's more juicy.
Yeah, it's got
Does
a
it look
firmer-
better?
and it's easier to finish with. I couldn't bust on 100 milligrams of Viagra. You can't bust. You're hard
No?
for hours. But
Yo, you can't bust, yo.
Well, yeah, I'm trying to say it nice.
Bust a nut, yo.
Now, maybe I just can't hear myself talking, but I can't hear out of these headphones.
Yeah, you got to get closer to the mic again, too.
No, I can't hear out of the headphones.
Great.
Now, I can hear that, but I can't hear that. So we'll put them there. We'll just talk. And so the massage girl comes over last night, and I can't breathe because I took the Levitra, which makes my nose stuffy.
Yeah.
So I pop Zicam. So she,
What is that?
It's a nose spray which clears you up.
Oh, okay.
You know what a fucking mess I am?
Wow, you medicate a lot for somebody that
That's in the
doesn't do
program.
drugs.
No, none of them are narcotics. None of them are narcotics. But that's why my nose is stuffy today. So I took Zicam last night, and then I slept.
None of them are narcotics, but do you realize
you're
you could
dependent
have
on
some
these
kind
things.
of dependency, some chemical dependency to get hard-ons with medication? And
No. I just wanted it to be particularly lovely while she was here.
For what reason?
So she'd look at it and not be able to ignore it. Because nothing is worse when you're getting a massage than hoping she gets the hint. But you know what I mean? You want to be firm, because if it's just laying there like a paraplegic slug, she's going to think you're not interested and she's not going to touch it.
Okay.
So you have to be ready. You have to be physically, you got to be erect.
Was it an Asian girl?
No, I don't mess with the Asians. The only time I ever did
Why?
an Asian, they bug me with their submission and their stupid, they're just awful. They do nothing
You
for
want
me.
a take charge kind of gal?
No, I just want somebody that doesn't have the same dumb deadpan look on her face, whether she's smiling, happy, or indifferent. You can never tell how Asians feel. Stupid plastic Halloween mask faces. They don't make any expressions. Jesus Christ, could you be a person? I'm not being mean. I got one in a massage parlor. I went to this place in Jersey, and I'm banging her, and she's got her stupid eyes closed, I think. You can never really tell. Are your eyes closed, or are they wide open with surprise? I can't tell. There's only an eighth of an inch difference. You rotten POW torturing whore.
Wow.
And she's looking the other way while I'm on top of her. She's got her eyes closed, and she's looking the other way. And I'm like, I'm not expecting you to enjoy this, but could you at least not act like you're paying off a slave ship debt? For Christ's sake, how awful.
She just looked horrified.
Not even horrified, just like she was in pain. She
Didn't want to be there.
It was actually an honest expression. That's how you should look if I'm on top of you with my fat tits dangling over your $100 making face.
Yeah.
But they don't do anything for me, the Asians. They don't do anything for me.
Wow. Okay.
Sorry.
No, that's everyone's got their own little tastes and stuff.
You like I touch. You like me touch you? No, I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you like? Like what race is good for you?
American Indians, women, I love them because they.
Where the hell do you find them?
Find one of those?
Where are you? New Mexico for a
You know
horse?
how easy they are? You just got to drive down the street with a bottle hanging out the window. No, I like them because
Hang out outside the casinos.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that where you get them?
I like larger, as you guys all know. I like larger. I'm not even being nasty. I like larger lips in certain areas. I like larger lips, and Native American women have that. That those big.
They do, like a big buffalo.
Wait, where do you find the Native American women in New York City?
You really don't find them anywhere. But like when I hear a girl say that she's part American, thank you, buddy. When I hear a girl say she's part American Indian, I'm like, I know she's gonna have like camel toe you can see through a comforter, and that's what I prefer.
Like you like to say, you want it to look like a chimp's face.
Yeah, I like the type of vagina that could just as easily fit onto a brontosaurus. Just like when you pull your panties aside, I actually want it to flop out
buddy.
and go like this. I want to hear it. I want to hear your droopy. Like when you, I like when a girl tells me, like, I was so embarrassed to get dressed in front of other girls in high school. I had to face the locker. I get clear stuff coming out when I hear that.
Really?
Yeah, because I know it's just a big meaty mess.
You like that?
I love that.
You like it to look like Abner Louima with his head turned sideways? I understand.
Oh, I really. Yeah, I want it to look like it just got punched. Like, Jesus, who just punched you in the vag?
You're swollen.
Yeah, I like that. Big.
Like you get a cold compresses for her at a just concerned.
Like I want it to look like her vagina just smoked an exploding cartoon cigar. To me, that is sexy.
That's hot.
Nice. Okay.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So now you got this girl, this massage girl, and you have a raging one because of the Levitra.
Levitra. And
which, by the way, the Levitra commercials are awful. Isn't it with the one with the guy and his wife or girl or whatever it is, and she goes, it gives him more what does she call it? She doesn't even call it like a hard-on or something.
Of course not. That would be honesty in advertising. No, you're not going to say that.
Yeah. Because he gets a better erection.
Gives him more pep.
More quality. That is. It
Yeah.
gives him a quality erection that he's looking for.
Do they say erection, though?
No, not even.
These androgynous words that could mean anything.
Yeah, really, it's awful. And the guy just looks like, oh, my God, you just know what was happening before he got the Levitra.
Yeah,
like she's just completely unsatisfied. He's got a limp noodle between his legs.
Quality
She's looking at the pool boy.
That's how they should sell Levitra, by the way. They should show like a really strapping young black guy with a white chick, and they should say, "Are you tired of this happening? Take this pill, you Eastern European fairy."
So you get her. You're all juiced up on the Levitra.
Oh yeah, and it looked really good. It looked
did?
yeah, it had nice
Very
girth
proud
to
of
it.
you.
Oh yeah, fantastic. And so she starts, tugging,
Mhm.
and then she's like, "You want to fuck?"
Wow,
And I'm like, "Yeah."
that's pretty forward.
Yeah, I like that. She wasn't a shy girl. Chinese girl never would have said that. She would
No.
have just closed her eyes. And, whatever I wanted to do would have been satisfactory.
Wow, she asked you if you wanted to. Great.
In Japan, actually, they came out with the man pillow arm. Do you know what that is?
No, what is that?
Oh, I saw that in the paper the other day.
It's a pillow.
Yeah. Well, it's a pillow and it has a man's arm, so the lady could kind of cuddle it.
What?
Yeah.
It's a pillow, but it has a man's arm with a white glove coming on it, which is odd. I guess that's perfect in case you're a kid and you want to feel like you're being molested by a pop star. There's a white glove on the arm, but you sleep on it, and I guess it feels like you're being cuddled.
What lonely person is getting this?
I really, how codependent are you? Did you say pillow with arm, alcoholic father not included? Why would anybody want to sleep like there's somebody else there? How about a pillow that wipes itself off and leaves as soon as you're finished? Stupid Asians.
That's horrible. Oh, what Asian people are using this? I've never heard of it.
It was one of those stupid Japanese inventions.
Yeah.
They come up with all those stupid inventions over there.
And you know what the really depressing part is? Bob Dole's wife ran out and got one.
Oh, wow. She wakes up with pen writing all over her every morning as he tries to grope her.
Bob Dole doesn't like it when you pull away from Bob Dole. Speaking of Levitra, that's why he took it for his arm. Wow. With Viagra he used to sell. He was the Viagra spokesman.
Yeah, he was the Viagra whore.
That's right.
Don't you love uncensored radio?
Sure.
All the other DJs out there can't talk like this.
But their equipment works.
Yeah, their equipment
So the
works,
trade-off
but they can't say what they want to say.
Oh, it's the commercial radio. I've done it all over the country.
Because they're in
Sucks.
chains. The FCC has them in chains.
How's your coffee, Jimmy? I see you just got your
My medium
Starbucks.
iced latte from Starbucks. I want to thank the fine young strapping buck that ran out and got it. It was very nice. And I know I've been a real prima donna dick today. I apologize. Part of it is I am very tired and I'm very not used to
Yeah,
this
we're all kind of
all right.
freaking about the
So
schedule.
how many nuts did you blow last night?
One. Oh, but I did blow another one.
What was his name? Hey, are you actually using that machine now?
I might give it a whirl occasionally.
Look at that.
I blew one, and then later on, I was talking to actually the girl who did yesterday, Jen, who did the What's in My Pants?
Yeah. Right.
Chit chatting online. Nothing
You were
sexual.
you know something? Opie, how long have we been on the air? Day two and a half days.
Oh, 3 days.
Not even 3
I had to
days.
do the math in my head.
And this was after 2 days on the air. He is already working it.
That's why we didn't put a computer in front of him. I'm smart.
He used our program to get laid so much.
Yeah,
and then the 2 years that we were on, I don't know how well Tough Crowd worked for you getting laid.
Gee, not that Colin and those camel legs, as Bob Kelly calls them, doesn't attract a lot of women.
You know what?
Those atrophied legs.
We were onto your scam, though, bro.
What scam?
Norton, it's no secret. Norton and I are good friends off the air and stuff. He's like, you guys gave me a great opportunity and stuff. I do Tough Crowd, but I'm not allowed to say what I want to say, and I go do this, and I'm not allowed. I do other radio shows. He wants us to think he appreciates us because we allow him to say whatever he wants, right?
Yeah.
No, it's all about getting the pussy.
That's it.
All right,
We
so-
got you more pussy than anybody else.
You did? You raised a
You
good
don't give a
point.
flying F about being able to say what you want on our
No,
show.
that's not true. I like creative freedom because the more creative freedom you have, the funnier you are. The funnier you are equals bigger gigs. Bigger gigs equals more money, which equals more girls putting their mouth
you care about
in a hepatitis dispenser.
All you care
That's what
about
that equals.
All you care about after the show is you've got mail.
Right.
Yes.
You've got
I'm a
JPEGs.
sex addict.
So now you were chatting with that girl.
Yeah,
See if her pictures
she's
are
so
still
hot
here.
too. And
Yeah, there she is.
Yeah, she's pretty sexy,
she
man.
sent me some pictures. Nothing really hardcore.
Yeah.
And after we talked, I just had to scrap another one into a napkin, and I did. It was fantastic.
By the way,
after you spoke with her, you
yeah,
tossed
online.
one off on
we
the
were just chatting
into a
normally.
napkin?
She was very nice, and
That's
we were
great.
just chit chatting, bullshitting.
Little chit chat.
And I still had that like 3/4 Levitra rod.
By the way, Eric Logan down in Washington, he's
Uh-huh.
been text messaging me like crazy this morning.
During the show?
Yeah. Oh, here comes another
Is that
one in.
you? Yeah, then it's Opie's phone.
Why do you turn
You
the phone
son of a bitch.
No, but
your phone's been making the noise in the headphones.
No. He just wanted to let us know that Howard's losing his effing mind today because he can't do his radio show.
Aw.
See, we're uncensored over here, and we could do whatever the hell we want. We could curse. We were going to have a girl masturbate today, but the phones weren't working, so we blew that
masturbation.
Blew that opportunity. And Eric Logan, our big boss down in Washington, I'm so glad he listens to us over Howard. Obviously,
I
he
hate
doesn't.
these clones, Robin.
But he...
I invented the inhale-exhale thing, and now everyone does. They call it breathing.
See,
that was me.
I knew that we would start driving everyone else nuts, because when people start figuring out that Opie and Anthony are on XM Satellite Radio doing an uncensored show, it's going to drive Howard, Don, and Mike, the rest of them, absolutely nuts.
Yeah, because
they can't compete with this.
No, they have to adhere to the rules.
Oh, no,
the rules.
I was going to read some of the text messages I'm getting. But they're dumping out of Howard's show like crazy today, and he's just losing his mind. And here we are on XM Satellite Radio doing whatever the hell we want, and it's driving him absolutely nuts. And I love it. Absolutely love it.
Interesting.
He wants to walk off the show. He can't do a show anymore, but he has something called a contract. He's just losing his mind. There
Good
you
luck
go.
to you. Good luck to you.
Have fun over there as we reinvent radio. We get to reinvent radio. And then everyone else will follow us to Satellite Radio.
Come on over, everybody.
You know how nice it is? Just even if it's not profanity, it's just content to be able to talk about whatever. Phone. Oh, phone.
Go ahead.
No, get the phone. Who cares?
Hello.
And it's kind of hard to. I don't want to talk while Ope's talking because not only.
I'm doing a radio show. I'll call you after the show.
Oh, who is that?
Oh, I can hear it almost.
Me too.
Okay. Bye.
Could almost hear your caller.
There you go.
Yeah. Your 44th enema's ready. All right. Good. I hear that it was kind of like civil rights footage in your ass last night. Is that what happened?
Oh yeah. Want to get into that?
Of course we do.
Civil rights.
Howard's basically screaming that he's going to satellite radio in 2006.
Oh, really?
That's like 15 months away from now.
Sounds like contract negotiations to me.
We'll have to wait and see.
See how much money Viacom coughs up to keep him. He'll go where the money is.
There you go. Yeah, I haven't dumped in 4 days.
Really?
Until last night, I had to make myself dump.
Now
I had to do something I've never done before in my life.
What, digits?
And I'm going to have to do it again after the show.
Have you been putting digits in there trying to pull it out?
Hell no, man.
I've heard that.
Did you have to hire a gentleman to come over and hold on to your hips and put something in there to loosen it up a little bit?
Oh, no.
We've all done that a few times, haven't we?
Hell no. I had to get a couple enemas. Never done this before in my life.
I had to do that when I was a little kid.
Really?
I was like, like 11.
It is the most humiliating thing you can do to yourself.
What?
Now you
Give yourself an enema?
I never did it.
You didn't have it administered by somebody?
Who's gonna? Is there a service for that?
Yeah, it's called a dominatrix. They will. Dude, I'm trying to
Hell
help you.
No.
They'll put you on your hands and knees. They'll come over in a nurse outfit. They'll put that in. They'll make you hold it while they.
That
do
is
C&D.
okay. let me bring something up.
All right.
I do not get the nurse thing. You know, when I'm trolling through pornography on the internet, and I see the girl in the little maid outfit with the little skirt and stuff like that, and then any various strippers that wear their outfits and little things, and Catholic school skirts, very cool, the little Catholic school dress. And then you go by the girl with the white rubber nurse suit with the big MASH X on her head from, a World War II medic emblem on her head. Nothing. This does nothing for me.
I have to disagree.
Well, you are a disturbed, sick individual that likes girls to dump on your chest.
Well, who doesn't? I mean, come on. You say that like it's callous, but I mean, we all enjoy a log on the chest. It shows you who's boss. You're right. I was mouthy. Drop one on there and straighten me out, miss.
The nurse thing is all about like enemas. That's what it is. It's an enema. And enemas aren't fun or sexy. They're disgusting.
My favorite hooker ever is in Vegas. Her name is Megan, and she does a character called Nurse Pig. And this is true. She comes over with... And she puts on a nurse outfit, and she is so sexy. And she gives me a golden shower, and she spits in my mouth, and then we do full service. And she's like, "You like Nurse Pig giving you your medicine?" And I do. I like when Nurse Pig gives me my medicine, and it's completely true.
Nurse Pig gives you your medicine.
Yeah, she does, and it does help.
What does she do?
Hello.
Urinates on me and spits in my mouth, and then we have sex. True. And that's what she calls herself.
Oh, my
Nurse
God.
Pig. And she's fantastic. She's absolutely fantastic.
And that's what she considers giving you her medicine?
That is my medicine.
Urine?
What else is medicine? Yeah, you get a golden treat, straightens you right out.
What can we do?
You amaze me, man.
I'm a pervert. I'm a real... Every guy thinks they're
You
a pervert.
really
I'm
are.
real.
Really... I think because you have an addictive personality, of
Usually a
course.
little, yeah.
And I think you're completely addicted to sex, which is fine. Nothing wrong with that. It seems like the least harmful of the addictions, but it makes you such a sick person.
Dude, you don't understand how... I'm not going to get graphic here. I don't want to get into my personal life. But when you're rinsing out your mouth after a sexual experience and you're worried about you just caught a tapeworm, there's just something inherently wrong with that.
And this is no bit.
No, he loves it.
No, Norton doesn't do bits.
He loves it.
It's funny you say that.
You are sick,
thank you.
man.
You're welcome. You're all right, man.
Brought you your little breakfast. What did you get?
forgot
Little Pop-Tarts?
I don't want them heated.
Wow, that's something. I could not get that deep into that sickness. The taking leaks on you.
Yeah.
You like and how old were you when a girl first urinated on you, Jimmy?
It's funny. Well, let's backtrack really quick. First time I realized I liked it when I was probably in second grade. I used to not pay her, but just get this girl to sit on my face because she would always wet her pants. So I liked the way it smelled.
Mm-hmm.
And the first time I ever experienced GS was probably when I was like 25 or something like that.
Yeah.
A girl I was dating used to wet her panties for me, and I would smell it. And this is true.
You are.
And then we started doing, I would lay a towel back, and she would dribble a little, and I would swallow it, and I kind of liked it, and it became like a thing we did. And I'm sure now she's in a relationship somewhere just emotionally and mentally beat up.
Oh, I'm
because
certain.
I really am a wrecking ball. I just leave human wreckage behind me. I pissed on another human being. All right, go find a nice fella. They trust me. They fall in love. Girls you date, not all girls, but girls you date, and then you just have them do the worst, most reprehensible
And it's
stuff.
against their will, pretty much, but they do it because
No.
Not. I mean you're pinning them down, saying piss on me. I mean, but they're they probably would rather not do it.
Well, when they realize that, when they look down and they see the normal tricks they try on guys, which is the neck kissing and the do you want me to be naughty? When they look down, they realize my mule looks like a pig's tail. And then when they do something really filthy and they see the nice erection they get, I guess they put two and two together and realize, I'm going to bore this guy if I don't do something really dirty.
Oh, my God.
Look,
That's amazing.
He's far
I'm a pervert.
gone,
I don't
man.
mess with kids, and that does nothing for me. I don't mess with animal. You know what I mean? I'm not a monster, but with a girl, I'm dirty.
Monster. Yeah, you're a dirty guy. Huh?
Dirty. Oh, by the way, can I just explain how I made Bob Kelly puke by rubbing my belly button, and he sniffed it for 2 poker chips, and then he threw up in his toilet? Bob was also a compulsive, addicted sociopath, and we were playing poker, and I had 2 $1 chips. I'm like, dude, will you sniff my belly button? He's like, I'm not smelling that. I'm like, come on, man, it's like grape jelly. He's like, I'm not smelling that. I'm like, I'll give you $2. He goes, you give me 2 chips? And I'm like, yeah. And then this idiot closes his eyes like he's about to have a wine tasting. I get a nice dollop in there, and I hold it under his nose, and he goes... and he runs to the bathroom, and he vomits in the toilet. And he picked up Listerine because he said it got into his taste buds. So I'll show you guys on the break. I have a photo of Bob Kelly puking in his toilet because of my belly button stench.
What is in there that smells so bad?
What was it? Was it the night before I had scrapped on myself? And you know how you scrap and you wipe it out of your belly button, and the next morning it stinks.
Oh my gosh, Jesus! Is it worse than the stuff behind Voss's ear?
I don't know. He said it was.
The next time Voss comes into the studio, we all have to take a sniff.
I've taken a bunch of them.
I didn't puke. I dry heave though. It's legendary.
He'll never do it.
Anthony will never do it.
Never.
No.
Anthony, you got to do it.
No.
It is horrific, the smell that comes from behind
Why
Voss's
would I
ear.
want to smell that?
Because it's hilarious.
And why does it stink behind Voss's ear?
It is hilarious, though.
What?
There was a whole bunch of us. It was me, Adam Ferrara, Rick, a bunch of us in a parking lot, all taking turns. It is the funniest thing you'll ever do in your
It's
life.
not funny. It's disgusting.
It is. It's truly disgusting.
What's back there?
But two people puked doing it. I was dry heaving, and you're laughing so hard because it smells so freaking bad.
He's tricking everyone. He runs his finger up the crack of his ass.
No.
He doesn't do the stink
Because
fingers.
I've heard about this for years, and I finally did the smell test, and it is horrendous.
It's only behind one of his ears, and he'll scrape it onto those little hands, which also look exactly like turtle feet. Those stupid doll hands of his. And like he gets like a substance on the back of his finger. He's actually rubbed it on the table and then poured
What
water.
is it?
You pour water, like he'll rub it on the table one time and he poured water on it and the water went around it like it will with oil. So it's some kind of an oil that he builds up behind his ear.
It's like a pussy boil or something.
No, it's not that. I don't know. You'll see. I don't know what it is.
It's disgusting, whatever
it's
it is.
Foul.
And why are you smelling it?
Because I'm a team player. It's not about me. It's about the team.
I don't smell anything people go, here, smell this. No fingers or
And
anything.
what is it going to take for you to do it? Because it's
I
hilarious.
will never, ever do it.
It's hilarious. All right, well,
I will never do it.
We'll have to keep you out of it then. But it is hilarious.
If you can conjure it up in a lab artificially.
Hey, look.
All right, listen, I got to take a dump.
Oh.
I'm dying.
That's right. Get
You
me all
didn't tell
riled
us
up.
about your
Well, because he
your
went off on
experience.
a great tangent, to be honest with you.
I want to hear about your experience
I just lost
getting an enema.
I just lost the phones.
There it is.
Well, first of all, I had to dress like the Unabomber to go get it. And I'm not even kidding.
You're all embarrassed?
A hooded sweatshirt and sunglasses. Went to the Duane Reade up on Broadway and in the 70s there.
Yeah.
And then I walked around the store for literally 20 minutes, found where the enemas were. The aisle was busy with a parent and kids. So I had to wait for them to finish. Then I tucked it in my sweatshirt. Then I bought about, 10 or 12 other things. Then I had to wait for the register that had absolutely no one around.
Mm-hmm.
I found a lady that barely spoke English, so I thought that was okay. And then I just threw all my stuff on the counter and bought the enema along with more cold medicine and tissues and mouthwash. All this stuff just to distract that I'm getting the enema.
Mm-hmm.
And then I go home. And I felt like a rape victim in the shower because that was the only place I figured you could do it. Right?
In the shower?
Yeah,
In the
it's probably
bathtub.
safe to do it. Yeah, because you don't want that stuff getting everywhere.
So I run the shower water to get the bathtub warm. So I'm laying down because
Were you on your back in the tub?
I was on my back in the tub that was ice cold. So I had to run the shower water. So the shower water's pelting me. And then I lifted my legs up onto the side of the tub and administered the I was humilified.
I was humilified by the whole thing. It humilified me.
My sister's name's Humilify. It was brutal.
How did you
And then you make diarrhea, basically. I never did this before.
So now you squirt. You inserted the tube into your boyish little backside.
Yeah.
Your blonde hair is wet. You're laying in the tub.
Yeah.
With your legs up
Trying to
in the
make
air.
this sound sexy, you creep.
Well, I'm talking to you. I'm trying to be a friend. I'm helping you.
Yeah,
Your abs are glistening with the tub water.
That's right, and the water was bouncing off my my stomach, the beads.
Your wispy golden blonde ass hairs are damp, and you put the
So you can't talk like this on regular radio.
Don't say ass hair. That's too descriptive.
You can't even say enema on regular radio. You
No.
can't say insert on regular radio.
You can't say enema even if you're describing what Michael Powell needs to relax him.
And everyone laughed when they said Opie and Anthony are going to XM satellite radio.
I didn't laugh.
We understand the future.
I didn't.
Right. We understand what's going on.
Ant, I don't know if I'm correct in this, but when we were kids, didn't something like happen after Halloween one year, and we were all like constipated badly?
with
really
backed
bad.
up with candy corn?
Really bad, and
That waxy candy corn.
and we went to like Dr. Fuchs, right, or a pediatrician back then.
That was the first and only time that I had to deal with constipation.
Did you have an enema?
No.
I did. No. Anthony didn't, but I had to. It was like doctor's orders, and I was scared. I was scared Essels to do it. And Uncle Joe, no, I'm serious, man. This is all coming back to me now, Jimmy. And Uncle Joe,
Walk slower.
Uncle Joe had to sit on me while Mom administered
Oh,
the
of
enema.
course he had to sit on you.
He had to sit on me. I wouldn't hold still for it. But after you're done with that, you're supposed to like hold it inside for a while and.
Hell no, man! That was the most uncomfortable feeling ever.
The most disgusting thing.
I had to. I did 2 yesterday.
Let me ask you.
2, and it still came out like silly putty. There's so much crap in me. It's not even funny.
Did you lay on your back when you administered it?
Look at my stomach. This is all crap.
Look at that stomach. Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh.
You have actually. Opie has very slender abs. He's built like a.
I'm in pretty good shape in general. Look at this.
I'll say.
That is all crap in my belly that has to come out.
You really have to take a dump when your body shape changes. That's an indicator.
I was looking around my apartment to see what I could use to kind of loosen things up.
Stop it.
Like Roto-Rooter.
I'm not kidding. It's killing me. I'm getting headaches because it's toxic.
I know what you can do.
What?
I've done this before, and this is not a bit. Go for a colonic. I'll tell you where to go.
Fuck no,
No,
man.
listen to me. Listen, it helps. They put the tube up in you. It's very painful for a while, like for the first 5 seconds, because my little hiney is tight. They put it in.
Oh.
They shoot the warm water in. It will clear you out. I was going for an 8-step treatment, but I only went through 3 of them. And while you're
8
getting it,
steps.
it cleans out. It helps to beat colon cancer stuff. That's what I'm worried about. So what happened is when the
That's what he's worried about.
He's worried about colon
Brazilian hookers without rubbers.
You should be worried about the hip.
That can't happen.
The high five.
So what?
The ninja.
So what's happening is, as the water's shooting up to you, the lady gives you something. It feels like almost like a floor waxer, but it's small. It vibrates, and you hold it over your stomach. I guess to shake the logs loose that are in there, and your system. You're watching it go down a tube, a clear tube.
Hell no!
You have to watch.
You can. You don't have to. I watched. It was better than most things Hollywood puts out.
Looks like the Tool video.
Yeah,
that guy
right.
pushing the crap through the tube.
I was gonna say it looks like any 9 Inch Nails video.
Yeah.
Oh, one word cure: suppository.
Oh, that's what happened now when I was a kid.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
So you had stuff stuck up in your butt.
It was a suppository with the doctor took a big fingerful of Vaseline first and just went in there and then took the suppository and put it in there and was waiting. I by the time I got to my grandmother's house, I had to go to the bathroom. I went in there. I was a kid, and what came out shouldn't have been. It looked like a stegosaurus had taken a dump in there. It was just huge. It hurt me.
Remind me someday to tell you the suppository dominatrix story. I won't tell it now. But
hey, that could be a good tease, because we do have to take a break.
All right.
And I got to take a dump.
Godspeed.
Yeah.
Good luck to you.
Hit.
Prepare to be wowed.
What knockers? Work 'em out Wednesday.
Okay, fine. Wow.
Though I have always been a fool for love, I have finally made my score. I got a girl and I don't mean to boast, but she loves me the most. Even though she's a highly paid whore. She'll give head to a sheik. She can stuff 3 cocks in her cheek. But she comes home to me. She'll go to groom and the best man. She'll slap your ass in the back of a van. But she comes home to me. Could fuck 9 guys in a row, but still have a 10th for me. And I'm the only one who gets to kiss them lips, unless you pay an extra 50. So mister, don't you fall in love, 'cause I'm the only cat who doesn't wear a glove. Since her heart belongs to me. She has a throat that just won't quit. She can take all of it. I'd still have room for your balls, but she shops in the malls for me. She'll say 12, then call back and say 1. But I don't care, I know it's just work, not fun. When she blows you, Jack, don't you think she's not thinking of me? She'll go down on a yak, lick a horse's nutsack, but strictly for the cash. And it's it's only me who doesn't pay a fee to watch her put a water bottle in her gash.
Put a water bottle in her gas.
She'll let you suck her nips till they're leaking, but don't you dare try to go antiquing, 'cause she does that with me. Her pussy's sweet as honey, but when she moans, it's just for the money. Unless she's sitting on me. Oh! She'll jam your asshole with a mouse, but she won't do it in our house. Tough luck, Jack. She knows that don't fly with me. She might eat your wife's box, but she won't tell you where you left your socks. She rolled up and down your fat brick, but it was me who took her to the Meg Ryan flick. She's got a face full of nuts and a mouth full of cock. She's done see Larry King, 4 new kids on the block. She blew the Winnipeg Jets right after a game, but they never got to know her actual name. On your face she will piss, on your chest she might poop, but she won't prepare her famous vegetable soup. That's simply reserved. Oh, she'll bite you, she'll spank you, but she'll never thank you for free. 'Cause baby, comes on to me. Coming on!
Did you just put a firecracker in my vagina?
I just wanted to see what would happen.
No. Get it out.
Come on. What's the big deal? It'll be fun.
Are you fucking crazy? What are you doing with that lighter?
I'm coming closer.
If you blow up my pussy, I'm gonna bludgeon you.
Oh, stop. Relax. I'm just screwing around.
Ow!
Oh, my God. I'm so sorry.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Rah!
Wow, 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 wow. It's Whip 'em Out Wednesday on the Opie and Anthony Show.
I'm an innovator.
We could say fuck over here and you can't. You could say fuck in another year and 3 months. But we could say it now. That's my little song. Whip 'em Out Wednesday, yes. That's what the wow is all about on the highways and the byways. You put a wow on your car, maybe write it in the dirt of the back of your truck, and girls see that, and if they're feeling happy, they will flash their lovely tits at
Whatever
you.
it takes.
Because we could say tits over here. Because we're the innovators.
I can too when I revolutionize the industry. I could swear over the past 2 years that you guys have been off, there are more WOW stickers on the road now than there ever were.
And there could be a lot more if XM Satellite Radio down there in Washington gets their act together and put the system in place where our listeners could just mail in a self-addressed stamped envelope or leave their mailing address on the website, and then they would get the WOW stickers, and then the whole WOW thing could grow again, Anthony.
It'll happen.
The phenomenon will grow again.
It'll happen.
I want to go to the phones. Okay, let's, Marky in New Jersey. What's up, buddy?
Hey, guys, listen, I want to talk about Stern real quick, but why are we paying $2 to hear you guys say the F word and the S word?
I just said tits. I said fuck.
Yeah, but it's like every other second, you guys...
No, here's the deal, bro. I mean,
Go ahead.
it's got to be kind of clever. The rule we're trying to start on our show is that don't curse just to curse, but if it makes sense, then curse.
Well, let me ask...
I mean, the first day, guys were, calling in like, holy fucking... They're just losing their minds that they can curse, and it kind of is a distraction when you're trying to do some, if I dare say, clever radio.
When you guys are speaking in everyday language, don't you curse? Like, just a curse?
I don't know, man. We just had so much fun with that whole alphabet thing over the years that maybe we got to break the habit. I don't know.
Yeah. Just trying to find a balance is all. It's brand new. It's only third day in. Just trying to find a balance. So it's not gratuitous, but it's also not too, clean either.
Yeah.
I like when Norton's been cursing the most lately.
You know what?
A little bit.
But no, it's more important than cursing to curse is, here at XM Satellite Radio, we could say masturbate. We could say,
Right.
I inserted an enema. This is the type of thing you cannot say on broadcast radio anymore.
Exactly.
And that's why Anthony and I gave up on broadcast radio and came to satellite radio, knowing that the audience would be a lot smaller, but eventually it would grow because everyone would catch on and figure out that commercial radio is dead.
Right.
Okay, so all those other DJs out there were laughing at Anthony and I when we made this decision, but there was no doubt in our mind that this is the future of radio.
I hear you, bro.
So we took the big step, and we're talking a lot less people, but we know this is going to grow, and we know this is the future of radio, and we're very
There you go.
excited. And all the other DJs out there, they're going to figure it out, and eventually they're going to get in line and follow us.
Apparently.
Well, apparently Howard's been talking about it on his show all morning. I guess.
We've been driving him nuts for years, and especially the last 3 days, because I know he has XM satellite radio. I know for a fact, and I know he's been listening to our show, and he hears us speaking freely and cursing and talking about things that, quite frankly, he can't talk about on his show.
You know what I love? He's talking about Sirius all morning. How they're telling him he's going to revolutionize.
Well,
radio,
you know what?
Eat him.
Revolutionize.
He goes, I was talking to XM originally, but I think we know we're not going to go there anymore.
Well, then he's making a very stupid decision because Sirius is way, way behind as far as the technology goes in satellite radio. Way behind. We could have went to Sirius, but quite frankly, they don't have their act together over there. Their units look like fish finders. They're huge and cumbersome, if I dare say. And they have no one listening yet. And they're making huge, money deals with people that aren't bringing any subscribers in.
Well,
the company, there's some nice people over there and stuff, but they have a long way to go to catch up to XM.
Now we know why Ben didn't get a paycheck for 6 months. I took Ben's money.
Thanks, Howie.
Hey, can we get the ping pong sound or something back too? Did they own that? Or
No, we could. Yeah, we got that as well.
Yeah.
So
You do?
yeah.
I'll bust it out, man, because we haven't heard that in a long time.
Well, we're adding things every day.
All right, cool. And more stories about Norton's whore fucking, man. That's
They're the best.
Gotta love that.
outstanding. Don't lay off those. All right,
They're
guys,
all
you suck.
true.
You suck. Later.
All right, buddy. Let's go to Jeff in Boston. Hey, Jeff, what's going on?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
What's up? I just called in to talk about that Stern thing, too. Sirius sucks, though, guys.
Sirius is, they got a long ways to go. So maybe when Howard
Wicked suck, dude.
Maybe when Howard goes to satellite radio in 2006, they'll have their act together. Who knows? We'll see.
Talking about 2 years from now, I mean. You know what I mean?
Yeah, who knows what's going to happen in 2 years, huh?
I know for a fact we have been driving him absolutely nuts because we had the balls to take this step into, uncharted territory.
Yeah.
His show's all bleeped every 10 seconds. It's on like a 20-second delay, his show. You can't even hear what he's saying.
But for some reason, I guess he's saying he's going to be the innovator and he's going to be the first one.
Really?
And more revisionist history.
Really?
Just like his website.
Yeah.
Well, you guys did it first. Remember that.
I think everyone will know that.
Hey, we know it. I got XM just to get you guys.
Thanks, bro. And this O&A virus is going to be spreading all across America, and there's nothing you can do about it. So,
You guys wake me up in the morning for work, so keep it going, fellas, all right?
all right. Thank you.
Good, guys.
Nice. Phones are
Great.
going nuts all of a sudden. Bob from PA, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, man, how you guys doing? It's good to hear you guys again.
Right on, man.
Hey, I just calling about the Howard thing also. I heard his crap he was saying there about him being the innovator and the first to change, and I just thought I wanted to give you guys a call and finally get through and let you know about it, because it's all BS.
Yeah, the innovator. The first.
The first
Excuse
to
me.
willingly do it.
Excuse me, no.
Yeah,
Sorry.
It's crazy. And also, I wanted to say you guys definitely got your act together a little bit, but XM overall, you go between the different channels and everything, they still got some stuff to work out with the volume levels, You could be listening to classic rap on one channel and go to classical on another, and you got to turn the volume way up or way down. They definitely got to work on that.
Yeah, well, there you go. I mean, they're working on things every day.
Yeah, but you guys definitely rock, and like I said, as many other people have said, I've been waiting for about a year and a half now. I was watching XM back in the days when the stock was nothing, and they were testing in California and Texas, and I waited all this long to finally hear where you guys went to finally get the service.
All right.
Got it for me, got it for the woman. She's playing it at work right now. Good old Phone America. So, you guys keep rocking on.
All right, thanks, buddy.
Yep.
Yeah, the reality is we could have went to Sirius or XM, and it was, it It was an easy decision for us.
No brainer, man.
And then the gang over there trashed us, making believe, they were interested in us. We weren't. We were just kind of listening to what they had to say.
Yeah.
No, they had us in hotel suites in Times Square. They would have blown us if we asked. They wanted us so freaking bad. And then they go into the trade magazines and go, they were interested in us. We kind of just listened to what they had to say. Scott Greenstein, you lying fuck.
I'm the innovator now, though. Please.
Yeah, Howard is paying to hear Opie and Anthony. That is a fact I know for sure. What's up, Rob?
Hey, man.
Hey.
I just think it's hilarious that all these schmucks out there are subscribing to your service to listen to you guys so they can bust on you. I just think that is the funniest damn thing going.
I guarantee he has our show on his little XM radio dial.
Yeah.
Guarantee it.
It's great, man.
All right.
Welcome back. That's all I got, man. Have a great day.
All right, thanks, buddy.
Later on.
Later. We'll do one more here, and then we'll go back to our little radio show. Hey, George, what's up, buddy?
Hey, morning, guys. It's so great to have you back. Listen, we want Howard to go to Sirius because then it's really game on.
Game on.
Last thing you guys want to do is have him with XM doing all that. Ooh, don't let them talk about me again.
Right, game on.
Game on, brother.
All right.
Love to have you back. You guys suck.
Thanks, buddy. Yeah, game on. We could talk freely about him and how much of a hypocrite he was to us and everyone else that worked for Viacom.
Yeah, run to the boss.
And how all of Viacom is scared of Howard, that he actually runs the place.
I want their satellite shot down. So they can't talk about me. I invented cursing, Robin. Fuck. I said that first. What a shithead. It's going to be great, isn't it? We'll be on satellite radio, Robin. I invented everything. I invented the satellite, Robin.
You invented the satellite there, Howie?
That's right. I invented the word ass fuck, cum face. All me, Robin. Dick bag. Yeah, you got until what? 2006. Have fun. Have fun. Gonna be an adventure.
You know, it's going to be nice between now and then to see his listenership drop while people are paying to hear you guys. His people be paying to hear you guys.
Yeah. I invented shithead, Robin. Mine.
All mine.
To the Howie copter. Out to the Hamptons. Go to Billy Joel's wedding, Robin. How was it? It was a fucking great time.
You can't say that, Howard.
I can say that now.
No, you can't.
I can say that.
You could say that in 2006. You can't say that now.
Look at my girlfriend's fucking tits.
You can't say that.
I can say it all now. I'm on satellite radio, Robin, so I can say anything I want. Out here in the Hamptons hanging out. Give me another fucking sea breeze.
You can't say that
Another
yet.
one of those fag drinks.
You can't say the F word.
I can't say sea breeze.
Well, you can say sea breeze, yes. We get to curse and he can't. That's what it comes down to.
Boy, Martling got fucked up the ass by me, didn't he? I can say that now.
No, you can't. Not yet. Not yet. Eventually, you'll be able to say that.
Hey, Baba fucking Bowie.
You can't say the F word yet.
I can't say that?
No.
15 months in counting, Robin.
The countdown clock. Didn't we invent the countdown clock?
Hey, Robin, your pussy looks like a wallet.
You know, why wait for Howard to go to satellite radio in 2006 when we could do a show for you? I'll come
Robin,
in.
let's see that Kunta Kinte. That's right, Robin. I could say whatever I want.
We'll just start
I'm on
doing his
satellite
show.
radio now.
I'm going to come in blackface from now on and just laugh a lot. That's what I'll do.
This is what you get, people. Now that I can curse on satellite radio.
Ow.
Jesus.
Let's see. Let's go to Steve in Louisiana. Steve, what's up, buddy?
Hey, man, what's up, Renee?
Louisiana.
How you doing?
Pretty good.
What do you got?
I've never heard y'all before, and I figured I'm going to activate my XM again to hear what y'all are. Y'all pretty funny. I like it.
Hey, thank you.
It's only going to get better, bro.
Oh, yeah. I want to be the first one down here to have a WOW sticker, too. Send me one.
Well, as soon as they get their act together down in Washington, we'll be sending those WOW stickers all over the country.
What are you going to put it on? A pickup truck?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Is it going to go above or below the Dale Earnhardt number 3 that you also have on your truck?
I don't have that on there.
Oh, you don't? What do you got? You got the Dale Jr. 8?
No, we don't do the Dale Jr. I don't do racing.
Oh, okay. Then it's got to go in between your rifle rack.
There you go. There you go.
So we can see it.
You're stereotyping, Anthony.
There you go.
All right. Well, thank you, Steve.
All right, man. I appreciate it.
Thanks for bringing the show to a screeching halt.
Yeah, no wonder they drag him behind trucks. Waddle Doodle, I apologize, Robin.
You can't do indecent material yet, Howard.
Why not?
Because you're still on regular radio.
No.
The FCC's up your butt.
I'm
oh, wait,
gonna do
up your
whatever I
ass.
want.
You could say up your ass.
Up my ass.
What the hell is that?
Ooh.
Steve is making an executive decision in the other room.
Rock. That's right, Robin. Rob fucking Zombie. Rob Zombie. I was hanging out with him in the Hamptons with Billy fucking Joel the other day. We were rocking at his wedding. What a lovely bride. Got a snatch like a clamshell, nice and tight, that girl, very young. What a hot twat on her, Robin. Hey, Robin, you see my daughter's tits lately? They're huge. My daughter's got big, fat, huge tits, and I can say that now on satellite radio.
Oh, it's going to get interesting. Oh, is it going to get interesting? Let's see. Let's go to Pat. Hey, Pat, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
You tell us.
Well, if you really want to fix your little constipation problem...
oh, back to that, yeah.
Yeah, I got it for you.
Okay.
It's called calcium citrate. They sell it at like any of the drugstores. Comes in like either cherry or lemon flavor. You drink it, and I promise you, your constipation problem will be gone within an hour.
Thank you, Dr. Pat.
I'm telling you, it works, man.
All right, well, thanks for that.
Hey, not a problem.
All right.
Take care.
Bye.
I just drink like 10 sea breezes, and it goes away. I crap my pants. Oh, I could say shit.
Not yet. You can't say shit yet.
Why?
Opie and Anthony can say shit. You can't yet.
I just
eventually you'll be able to.
When could I say shit, Robin?
Didn't take him too long to figure out that this is the place to be, huh?
That's
Satellite
right.
radio? Duh.
Who?
We knew the FCC won that battle, with us especially.
But I'm the one revolutionizing the industry, not you.
But you're going to be second aboard.
No, I'm first.
No one remembered the second guy that stepped onto the moon?
Who, Buzz Aldrin?
Oh, was it Buzz Aldrin?
Yes. I'm smart, too. Fucking got a brain on me.
You know, there was another guy that broke the 4-minute mile when Roger Bannister did it in the same race, but no one remembers his name.
You mean the Hulk? Robert Bannister? Was that his name?
Roger Bannister was the guy who was the first to break the 4-minute mile.
Who's the second guy?
No one cares. Same race. He did it, though. No one cares.
I'm doing it first. I did everything first.
Yeah, sure you did.
People,
Mark from
people
Kentucky.
just used to stay in one place, and I started putting one foot in front of the other and doing it again. And now they call it walking, Robin. I invented walking.
Hey, Mark, what's up?
Hey, what's going on?
You tell us.
Oh, man, I got to say, I'm new to the XM. I love it, and I heard about your show, and I had to pay for it to get it.
Yeah, that a whole whopping $1.99.
Oh, yeah, man, I'm a truck driver, and, you know, that ain't much to me, but, you know, screw Bob and Tom, and Howard Stern can lick my ass.
Well, all these guys.
Yes, I can.
There were so many.
Live on my uncensored show.
There were so many guys that laughed and laughed and laughed when Anthony and I got fired for that Sex for Sam thing.
Yeah.
Oh, they laughed and they laughed and they laughed and let the FCC walk all over them. And now look what's happening. There's a bunch of guys out there on regular radio absolutely miserable.
Yep.
Absolutely miserable. They can't wait for their contracts to end so they could jump aboard.
Hello?
No, he's gone.
Oh, okay.
He's gone. Kim, what's going on?
Hey, how are you guys? Welcome back.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
I've been a listener since before I got married, which is in '99.
Cool.
Because I remember Rick got married at the same time I did, so.
No one cares.
Job.
No one cares.
Yes.
Yeah, right. Is Rick gone?
Rick is producing the morning show for Hot 97 here in New York City.
Yeah.
No bad blood. He just is doing his thing, and we're doing ours.
Okay. So now I'm not going to get too hard on you, but you know why I'm calling. I heard the Hannity interview a week ago.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, we were on Sean Hannity's show.
Mm-hmm. You guys did pretty good. And then I heard your interview over the weekend on XM.
Uh-oh. Yeah, we flip-flopped, didn't we?
Well, I don't know if you flip-flop.
We don't want people to know what we're...
A scumbag conservative. I just want to
We don't
not be alienated.
I will give you a secret as far as myself. I don't want anyone ever thinking they know what I'm thinking.
Uh-huh.
There you go.
Well, you were always the Democrat of the group.
I lean... No, these days I'm a moderate.
Okay.
But why'd you call him a scumbag conservative? You don't like the conservatives?
No, that's what was said
Oh.
during the interview. And really, this was more geared towards you, Anthony, because you've always been more towards the middle, but then you said you had to get that, I don't remember the exact words, fascist religious out of the office. And
Yeah, I don't like the way he has his religious ideology and brings it into the office with him.
Yeah, well, I just didn't know if you felt that his entire policy ran on religion.
Hey, you have asshole hair, honey?
Howard, you can't say that yet.
What color's your asshole hair?
No, you can't say that.
I bet it's blonde.
You have to still beat around the bush for a while.
I bet it's all blonde and has little dingleberries full of shit on it, doesn't it, sweetie?
You're not allowed to talk like that yet, Howard.
I could talk like that.
You still got to beat around the bush and work with the FCC there.
I bet she's got flowing blonde hair, don't you, sweetheart? Don't you got dingleberries on it, don't you? Big little lumps of shit hanging from your fucking asshole. I could say that now, Robin.
No, you can't.
Oh, not yet?
Not yet. Tony, what's up?
Call Mel. Get Mel on the phone. He'll solve it.
No, Mel's
my boss, Mel.
Mel can't help
Where's
you right
Mel?
now. No, Mel can't help you right now.
What satellite company did Mel go to?
Probably Sirius. Tony, what's going on?
What's going on, fellas? Welcome back.
Oh, thank you.
I lost a lot of respect for Stern when he didn't credit you guys with that, with the girl with the tits on the Today Show with the WoW.
Oh, yeah.
It was like, those two guys are just trying to take credit for it. It's brilliant. The girl's fucking WoW on her tits.
Yeah, that did go down when, we made international, I was going to say international history. That's stupid. But
I'm like Napoleon making international history, Robin.
We made international news with the girl flashing her tits on the Today Show. And then, he did, that morning he did try to say it was one of his fans. And the sad part about it is one of our WoW stickers was right across her belly.
Yeah.
That is a true story.
Go on Tonight Show and just say he's like, these two guys from New York, these two DJs. Didn't he say your name and everything on the Tonight Show?
No, Howard didn't say our names until we got fired and we couldn't fight back anymore.
No, I meant Matt Lauer. He credited you guys. The guy from the Today Show credited you guys on Jay Leno.
Oh, yeah.
Saying that it was you guys. You know what I mean?
Oh, no, everyone.
It was you guys.
No, everyone knew it was us because we had the WoW sticker was right there. So.
Yeah. All right, yo, Anthony, can I suck your cock?
Parento's not here.
Hey. All right, did we talk about everything?
Invented it. Wow.
Today?
It's going to be really hard to say that you're the innovator. Really is.
Yeah, because we kind of made a name for ourselves.
And kind of made a big splash about coming to satellite radio.
Yeah. I mean, the interviews are still coming in. We're still going to do press all over the freaking world at this point, you know? It's going to be kind of hard to hide that you were first. Or you're going to tell everyone you were first and you're going to reinvent something that is already being reinvented.
What's the quote?
What am I trying to say, huh?
This is like when the first movie stars decided to do television. That's one of the quotes.
What?
What? Huh? I'm Clark fucking Gable. Put me on television.
All right, let's go to another phone call here. Let's talk to Bob Kelly. Is this the hotline?
Hey.
Hey, Bob. What's up?
Bob. What's going on? Hi, Jimmy.
Hi, Bobby.
You notice,
happening, guys?
You notice Jimmy's not saying a word.
Yeah, I do. I know he's clamming up nice and tight just in case.
He's holding out just in case we blow ourselves up again, and he needs a radio show to go on.
That's not true.
I was wondering why he's being
Oh my
so
God!
quiet.
I've taken notice.
Stop. That's not true at all.
He turned his mic off. He sat in the corner. He started rocking back and forth in the fetal position.
Let's all say hello to Jimmy the Joke Man Norton.
What's happening, guys? Congratulations being back on.
Oh, right on. Thanks, Bob.
I just wanted to talk about Jimmy's belly button smell.
Okay.
The worst. Let me tell you something. First of all, he came to my house 3 days in a row. That little friggin' he's like gambling with an old lady at nickel slots. Son of a bitch. And he took my money 3 days in a row. Came over, ate all my food, takes my money, and then all of a sudden has to go because he has some appointment upstairs. And he goes, I ran out of all chips. I ran out of my chips. And he
Doesn't give you a chance to make your money back, right?
No, of course not. He came to my house, wins two big hands, and then takes all his money, cashes it out, and plays with the house money like some 85-year-old asshole.
Oh,
That's smart gambling.
So now you have no chance to make your money back. He's either just you're gonna break even or not.
Exactly. And then comes down the next day and tells me what type of whore he got with my money.
Oh, that's
rubbing
right.
it in.
Yeah. So I was down on chips. I needed some money, and he offered me $2 in chips, which was a lot because we were playing for 10-cent annies.
It wasn't a lot, Bob. This is a week ago. If it was 1910, I would say it was a lot back then. But it was 10 days ago.
Yeah, not a lot. It was a lot as far as the ante, you stupid.
$2?
Well, $2 when your ante's 10 cents. That's a lot of fucking money.
Yeah, but
do the math, shithead.
But not in real life.
I know not in real life, but when you're gambling, you're playing to win.
So you're saying that we had suspended all relief? So if I had given you 10 chips to kiss me on the helmet, you would have, because the ante was 20 cents?
I might have.
Right.
Not for $2.
Go ahead.
Anyways, I didn't think it would smell. I mean, it does. His belly button doesn't have a hole on the other end going into his body, so I didn't think it would smell that bad.
It's just a ditch.
It's just a ditch that it collects stuff from the air. I didn't think it was connected to like a baby's asshole. I've eaten ass. I sniff my own ass.
Why? Why would you sniff your own ass?
Because I itch it with my finger. It's kind of a habit I do when I want
There
to
is no way your finger should ever get close to your ass.
If you have hemorrhoids, the feeling of itching a roid is probably one of the best feelings ever.
What happens, Bob, what happens if you dig in your crack and then fall asleep?
What happens if I dig in my crack and I fall asleep?
Yeah, before you wash your hands?
I'll wake up and smell it.
Nobody told me he woke up one time and the dog was licking his fingers.
Thought it was another dog's ass.
It's just hilarious.
Because that doesn't come off your fingers.
No, it's awful.
The one thing when I do itch my ass, I have to hide my hand under the pillow when I'm sleeping with my girl, because I just don't want her to wake up right next to my finger and look at me disgusting.
Which she would.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. His belly button made me gag instantly.
Worse than Voss's thing going on behind his ear?
You gotta understand, Voss's thing behind his ear is it's kind of like period blood. It's like irony and has a little old stink to it. It's not that. It's not as bad. His Norton's. It smelled like snake shit and wet hamburger meat. I've never in my life.
Disgusting.
In my life did I gagged instantly. I went to the bathroom and this serial killer whipped out his camera and was just snapping pictures of me as I'm puking into the bathroom and just giggling.
I'm going to have to take a look. I think Jimmy's pulling one up now.
I have a bunch of pictures on
It was an instant vomit, though, when you smelt his wet hamburger meat belly button.
It was it just instantly, I puked up my lunch. Instantly just came out of me. I've never and you know what happened? He actually had a whore the night before, and he busted on his belly, and he had his own hot, steamy child salad caked in there from the night before, mixed with whatever friggin' else goes in there. It was the worst thing I've ever smelled in my life.
There's a picture of you. Vomiting into the toilet bowl.
He's like a serial killer.
What's in his hand? Is that the Listerine?
He's going to hit him in the taste buds.
Oh,
God. Show up. Look at the new haircut. Do you see Colonel Kurtz vomiting into the toilet?
You shaved your head, huh?
I shaved my head. What are you going to do?
That's a good look.
Yeah, well, you know, I was going bald and gray. Hanging out with these jerk-offs, you know, you can't give them any ammunition.
Very nice. All right, Bob. Good first appearance on the Opie and Anthony show.
God
There
bless
you go.
Good job.
Hey, Norton.
Not going to work ever, Bob.
Fucking asshole.
See you later.
Should we take a little regroup break? Yeah? We have 3 breaks to do, even though we don't play commercials here? Why can't we just talk all the way to 10 while everyone else plays like 20 minutes of commercials in a row?
Yeah.
That's how we'll get listeners. More listeners. No? All right, hit the button and what?
So I was in the grocery store, and there was this stock boy stacking melons. So I figured, hey, I'll show him some real melons. Well, when I flashed him, he lost his balance, and the entire stack of melons came crashing down on him. He was suffocated under 2 tons of melons, but my melons are still juicy and perky.
Please, wow responsibly. A public service announcement of the Opie and Anthony Show.
You know, honey, I knew it was hot and sunny before I even got out of bed today. Ask me why. Say it. Say why. Repeat after me. Why? Because my balls were hanging low. Let's say that real tight. We're talking rainstorm. Half mask, cloudy with a chance of showers. That's right, honey. The penis thinks for itself. It's got its own brain. Why do you think the head's bigger than the rest? I could prove it's got a mind of its own. You ever get up in the morning and he's already awake? He's dressed. He's ready to go, right? He's in the kitchen making fucking flapjacks. You're in bed going, come on, Joey, 5 more minutes. And your penis is going, take me shopping. I need a new hat. But you remember when they first came out with the hard-on, huh? 3rd, 4th grade, you're leaning over like the hunchback of Notre Dame. Teacher calls you up to the board and you're like, I don't think so, honey. You're the teacher, you figure it out, all right? I got some kind of ligament over here, I don't know what's going on. This thing is like alien, it's drilling into the desk next to me. Call a cop. Maybe he'll throw a donut around. But you grow up, you learn to accept the hard-on, to deal with it. Accept the pee hard-on, you know? That's God's joke. You get up, you're late for work, you gotta take a squirt, and Joey's admiring the chandelier. You gotta stand there like a moron and talk him down. Come on, Joey, I dig you. We'll dot I's and cross T's later. Work with me. Yeah, the morning hard-on. I'll put that up against that Ginsu knife any day. It'll slice, it'll dice, it'll pump your car up if you got a flat tire. See what I'm saying, Carol?
Heather.
Hello, everybody. I'm Tony Tantillo, your fresh grocer. We're going to do a tip on another squash. We're going to do a tip on the acorn squash. The acorn squash has got this flavor to it that is absolutely amazing. You don't have to mix it with anything. You can make a soup, of course, with it, even desserts. But when you cut them up and you put it in the oven and you put a little brown sugar in there and you bake it for about 40 minutes, the flavor is incredible and they're loaded with nutritional value. Now, when you select these, you want to make sure they have a little orange color and green color all the way around. And the bigger ones are the better ones. And make sure they're kind of heavy for their size. That means they'll have a smaller cavity inside there, which means it's better when you bake it because there's more there to bake. When you bring them home, store them in a cool, dry place. And I'm Tony Tantillo, your fresh grocer. This is your tip for the day. And if you want a great recipe, go to TonyTantillo.com.
100 channels of crystal clear digital audio. XM satellite radio. Radio to the power of X.
I think it's two chimps on a Davenport in a basement. The Opie and Anthony Show.
And the Austro-Hungarian Empire, famous for fuck all. All they did was slowly collapse like a flan in a cupboard. And the German Empire, very Prussian, very organized, always building an empire, build an empire, Einstein, build an empire. And then they'd celebrate with the World War and then lose the whole fucking empire by the end of the war. Then the 30s, Hitler, Czechoslovakia, Poland, France, Second World War, Russian front, not a good idea. Hitler never played Risk when he was a kid. Because we know it was impossible to hold on to that Asia, Eastern Europe area, wasn't it? You know, in Risk, 7 extra men. We've all played it, 7 extra men at the beginning of every go for that Asia bit, but you could never hold it, could you? Azerbaijan would fuck off somewhere, and then fucking Siberia. Come on, Ukraine, hang on there, fuck it. Australasia, that was the smart move, wasn't it? The purples, get everyone on Papua New Guinea and just build up forces saying, fuck off to everyone. You'd never attack anyone, you just get bigger and bigger and bigger. Yes. And I think America, because you're the new Roman Empire, you know that? Yeah. There's no other big, country, you're the Roman Empire now. There's no one else going, really. China's there and big and large, but they're just trying to do a bit of housekeeping at the moment, and, so you've got vomitariums and orgies to look forward to. I think you've already covered orgies, but vomitarium's the future. Or maybe that's in the bulimic area. I don't know. But because I get the impression that America after the Second World War would really like to have built up an empire, but everyone else in the world was going, well, you can't now. We've just given that up.
Email on the go. I'm Kevin Eby with Chip Talk. The ability to send text messages is a standard feature of most cell phones. And now one wireless company is out with a messaging device that eliminates the phone. AT&T Wireless says it designed the OGO for teens and young adults. Studies show a fair number of people in that age range have spent far more time sending short, instant messages than they do sending even regular email. The device is small. It's only about 4.5 inches by 3 inches, but it comes with a full keyboard. There's a key for the letter S. You no longer have to hit the 7 button 4 times. The OGO service is compatible with most popular instant messaging systems, AOL, MSN, and Yahoo, and it's also compatible with the full email systems from those companies. You can view your inbox and send and receive messages. The emphasis, though, is on instant messaging. You can set it up so that it lets you know the moment your friends get online. You can find out more at attwireless.com or at chiptalk.com. I'm Kevin Eby.
Singing in barbershops. Rocking in dentist chairs. Dancing in grocery aisles. XM is sweeping the nation and available for businesses coast to coast. XM is a very affordable music solution with no long-term contract or expensive equipment to lease. Soothe your customers, jazz your employees, rock your business. Log on to xmradio.com to learn more about getting XM for your establishment and how to contact a specialty dealer in your area.
Thanks for calling Liquid Metal. A representative will be right with you. Liquid Metal is criminally hard music and offensive. It has also been known to cause inner ear hemorrhaging. Go check out Channel 42. XMLM appreciates you holding. Someone will be right with you.
Radio to the power of X. XM Satellite Radio.
The Opie. It's fucking stupid.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
It's Whip 'em Out Wednesday on the Opie and Anthony Show. We didn't do much as far as that is concerned, but I don't know. As the weeks go by, we'll get the Whip 'em Out Wednesday thing going again, right?
Sure.
First thing we need is the WOW stickers. We'll work on that after the show and talk to the gang down there in Washington to see how you could get your WOW sticker, put it on your vehicle, and then if the ladies see the WOW, if they feel like it, will flash you. Simple concept.
There you go.
We couldn't do Stoner Spelling Bee today.
No, we had a little problem with the phones earlier.
A little? We didn't get our first phone call until 7:30 New York time. Hour and a half into the show, so that kind of wrecked that. So maybe tomorrow we could do the Stoner Spelling Bee.
That'd be nice.
And the FU line's still not working? No? I don't think so. Okay.
We have so many things to fix.
We said we talked about Rodney Dangerfield dying at 82.
Maybe we needed 15 months to sort things out. Just to get everything together.
Everything's going to work out fine, guys. The phones will get fixed. Let's take lemons and make lemonade here. Let's feel a little bit better. I don't like the way everybody's being like a bunch of negative Nellies. Everything is going to be
negative
fine.
Nellies.
Yeah.
All of us.
You were the one that was more out of control than anyone today.
Once I got my latte, I was fine. Do you understand that's all I need is my medium iced latte from Starbucks, and I'm fine.
Do you remember when we had Rodney on the show and we got him high?
Yeah, he loved smoking pot, Rodney.
He loved the weed.
For, like all day long, he would be stoned. That's what I heard. And we took him into Club Stinky, which was the stairwell, and he smoked his pot.
Wait, was that the day when he came on when we were at NEW, right? Because
Yep.
I got him the first time. I finally got to meet Rodney. He's one of my childhood idols.
Yeah.
And I missed him getting high because I was gone that second time he was on.
Yeah, he got high that day. He got high every time he came on.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun with Rodney over the years.
Everyone who knew him knew he smoked a lot of pot.
It's a real bummer.
I know. Such a great, prolific, funny comic, man.
In a coma for a while there. Huh?
He survived a lot of crazy surgeries, too.
Yeah.
I was reading his book on the way home from L.A., and I was laughing out loud on the plane. Or LOL, as I say in computer terms. I was laughing out loud alone reading the book. It's
It must have been
fucking
frightening.
Hilarious. Yeah, just
Did
to
they
see
escort you off the airplane?
man with a weak chin going, ha 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 ha.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to do that, sit on a plane and like laugh out loud, and when I hold up it says Jean-Benet Ramsey trial transcripts or police blotter information. That would have been funnier if there was actually a trial. But, Mr. Improv Skills of an Autistic fucking said the Jean-Benet Ramsey trial, which never occurred.
Yeah, we know that.
Nice try, meat tits.
See, we could say tits on this show.
I don't like to, though.
That's
It's
nice.
in poor taste.
What, you don't like that word?
Nah, I don't like the dirty language. I'm not a potty mouth.
Oh, sure.
You've cursed more than all of us.
That's true.
You guys cursed a little bit recently, though.
We cursed a little more today than usual,
feels
yeah.
good.
I'm using characters, though. It's not like me cursing. I use characters, like Mr. Imus. Tits. There, I said it. Big, juicy daughter tits.
You can't say that yet. You could say that in 2006.
2006.
Yeah.
How would you guys...
What am I going to be then? Like 60? Come on. Come on.
At least 55, I guess.
Come on.
Huh. You were going to say something.
But then I realized that I don't want to tell the story about the suppository smashing me in the chest until another day.
Why?
Because it's a gross way to end the show. If
That
I
is
start
really
telling you
disgusting.
how I had been calling this mistress who was going to come over and give me some full toilet training, as they say, and then
They have a name for it? Full toilet training?
of course they do, you silly goose.
Full toilet training.
And I don't. You don't want it ever like. I don't like suppositories or enemas and that stuff. You want it to be natural.
What's the
because-
difference between full toilet training and, like, partial toilet training?
Well, one is only one, and one is maybe number 1 and 2. I'm just speculating.
You need it natural?
Yeah, who wouldn't?
Yeah.
Well, come on.
Of
What am I, a
course.
communist? And I say no suppositories, and she comes over after using a suppository, and it shoots out on my chest and bounces on the bathroom
Like
floor.
melted brown candle wax from 5 feet up.
No, it's just. That's
Did it
my
make a
life.
little tick, tick, tick sound on the bathroom floor?
I couldn't tell. I was too busy going.
Holy, is
You
this
really have problems?
We're getting into what did we learn on the Opie and Anthony show today? Someone writes, it's Taylor from Massachusetts. Today I learned some retarded squash recipe from that ass they play during your commercials. Are you guys serious with this crap? They had a squash recipe when we took a break?
Steve C saying yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, well, people, you used to listen to Dick Cream ads and whatnot. And that would go on for quite some time.
I
back
just
in the
think
old days.
when we take our breaks and try to take our craps and get our coffee orders right and stuff, that we could utilize that time and play some really cool stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about keeping the listener.
Yeah.
I learned that a long time ago.
In radio
Your job
school.
is to keep the listener interested.
Keep them hanging in there.
I learned that Jim likes a camel toe he could see through a comforter. Very nice. Tiger Woods got married. We forgot to talk about that, but we kind of talked about that yesterday.
We did, yeah. Because we talked about her being a golfer lover.
Yeah, she loves the golfers.
And her father now has to say that my daughter, I did the best I could, and regardless, she married a golfer. Every father's nightmare when his daughter brings home a golfer. Walk down on the couch, you see him kissing with those big golfer lips.
Bringing that long shaft home with him.
And the kids are going to be, not bad-looking kids, I'm sure, but
Hey.
you're still going to see the golfer in them. Every time you pose for a family photo, half golfers looking back at you.
Someday his playing days will be over, but he'll always be a golfer.
You can take the golf out of the Tiger, but you can't take...
No, stop. Jesus.
What?
Doughboy from whackbag.com, a great message board. Great Opie and Anthony message board. I learned the difference between drunks and the homeless by smell. One smells like booze, the other smells like horse rectum.
True.
This was a lot of fun today. I think we're almost hitting our stride again.
Almost. The beginning of the show was taken up by technical errors and us bitching about them.
Yeah.
My nose is stuffed, so I apologize today for myself being a bit off and cranky. My head is
Levitra nose.
Oh, and made for great radio, though.
I don't know. I felt like I was awful today, so I'll send that.
I've got to stay up now until 8 o'clock at night. I can't go to sleep.
You want to come over?
This is... dump a suppository on my chest?
No, nothing. I'm just like a massage, and we'll hang out, watch some TV.
This show was really dirty today.
Yeah, it was really dirty.
It was really dirty.
There's going to be days where it is and days where it's not. It's going to be organic, and like however you feel like talking, you talk. Like in a locker room.
Right.
Some days you'll talk sports. The other days you'll try to talk sports while looking at the size of the package on that new Asian kid that just came in out of the corner of your eye.
All right, we talked about Tiger. We talked about Tiger Woods. We talked about baseball.
What about baseball?
I'm rooting for the Sox this year, and
which has Boston fans just so pissed off at you.
Why?
That you can't even believe.
Because
your
curse.
sports curse. Opie's sports curse is unsurpassed.
Yeah.
He's the worst.
You're going for the Yankees.
And yeah.
Jimmy's going for the Yankees.
Always.
Ben's going for the Sox. All right, what else? We talked about the technology problems. I write little thought starters in my little book here.
Little notes?
Yeah, I like to be prepared for the radio show for once.
Did you write your name on the front of the notebook? Greg's Thoughts?
Greg's Deep Thoughts?
Greggs?
Oh, no parole for Lennon's killer. Duh. That's all we need to say there. There you go.
Yeah, he shouldn't be paroled.
Huh?
Wow, really going out on a limb there.
Yeah, I don't mean to take risks. But
Taking some risks.
They say Yoko was very upset, obviously, but you couldn't tell by looking at the Asian face. Doesn't give away any emotion, does it? Hey, what's that painting? Oh, that's my Asian wife. Oh, sorry. This expression has not changed in 4 hours.
David, what's going on?
Yo.
Hey.
Boys.
What's going on,
hey,
bro?
Man.
How you doing? Listen, today I learned that if you take an enema, you get humidified.
You get what, sir?
Humilified.
Oh, all right.
Oh, humidified.
Humidified is another word, yeah.
Yeah, that was a new word we invented today. We like inventing words. Steve from Oregon. Thank you, Steve.
Whoa.
Thank you.
Learned how to be rude, huh?
Henchman learned from Brooklyn. I learned that itching a roid feels really, really good.
Yes.
Ugh.
That dirty Bob does lay in bed and scratch his filthy ass.
Make your fingers smell for weeks.
I learned today Jim Norton is actually J-Lo. Whiny bitch. Kevin learned that Norton hates submissive slopes.
Oh. I didn't quite say it like that.
Yeah,
Big bitch, put it right up her ass. Bop, 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 bop.
Hey, Jay, what's going on, buddy?
How you doing?
Good, Jay.
Great to have you guys back, and I learned that Opie's the smartest man in America. Go Sox.
Go Sox.
Go Sox.
All right, thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
Cool. We're all just breathing, finally.
Well, my nose is stuffy. I'm actually breathing very easily at all.
I have one nostril to go, and I'm back to normal.
There you go.
I think tomorrow's the day.
Attaboy.
Ollie is saying he learned Voss needs a tampon behind one ear.
Gio, what's going on?
Hey guys, I learned
Nervous
that Robin's
Nelly.
pussy looks like a.
Wait. Start over.
Say it again.
You silly goose.
I learned two things actually. I learned that Opie's ass hair glistens in the shower, and I learned that Robin's pussy looks like a wallet.
You open up a black leather wallet. That's what it looks like, right, Robin? That's where she keeps her money from the show. In her black wallet.
We haven't talked to Sacramento yet. Brian, what's up?
It's Brad, Opie.
What is it?
How you doing, man?
Brian?
Brad?
What is your name?
Brad.
B-R-A-D.
Yeah.
Brad.
Yeah, I'm crippled with a high palate.
You have a cleft palate?
Yeah.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Do you have an awful, like, Dave wants that mustache to not hide it?
Yeah, F you, Norton.
Why,
Would I?
You have a
hair lip.
Do you really have a cleft palate?
Yeah.
So what? Why are you getting mad at me for just teasing it? I know you probably have like a thick, awful mustache, which has like a scar in the middle of it because all cleft palate mustaches
Like Cheech.
have that lightning strike in the middle.
What did this guy do to you?
I don't nothing against him. He called up saying I have a cleft palate. What am I supposed to do? Pretend it's kissable?
Is it all fixed?
No.
Wait a minute. You never got it fixed?
Well, no, I have straight teeth and stuff, but it's not filled.
Do you know what would help that? If you put one end of a shotgun on it and your toe on the other end.
Shut up, stupid.
Blow that bad lip off and have them put some
whatever.
wax ones on there.
Anyways, I want to play what I learned today.
All right.
What'd you learn?
I learned nothing because it's too effing early over here.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
you're in
great.
Sacramento.
It's very early.
Okay, very good. Thanks, Brian.
I'm sorry I teased your freakishly misshapen lips, sir.
Make sure you listen to the replay. That's going to start in like 10 minutes, I think.
I'm sure nobody notices when you're face down on the pillow.
Holy shit. You don't even know this guy.
Why would he mention that he had a cleft palate?
Yeah, that isn't something you just bring up in conversation.
I could kind of hear it because cleft palate people always talk like they're just trying to hang on and talk properly because half of their gums are hanging
There
out.
goes the cleft palate audience
Yeah.
that we were trying to get.
We're losing
I
the
don't
cleft
care.
palate
Good.
audience.
I don't want you and your fucking horse gums listening.
You'll never work with Joaquin Phoenix for as long as you live.
That's right.
Well,
And the other one, what's his name? Kareeb.
What's
What's his name?
Yeah, Stacy Keach.
Stacy Keach is
Stacey.
another one, and Cheech.
Twinkle, Killer
Marine.
Kane. Stacy Keach.
Stacy Keach.
I didn't know Joaquin Phoenix
Yeah.
had that.
Oh yeah, you can tell.
So he was yelling, "Help! Help!" while his brother was breakdancing in front of the Viper a few years ago. Fucking faggot name. It's a J, not a Y. Hey, Joaquin.
Why are you so
Help! Help! Help!
Why are you so worked up today?
V-lip motherfucker. Because I'm tired and my nose is stuffed. Help! 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 He can't breathe! Help! Neil, take a straight dancing on the sidewalk!
You're going after the easy targets today.
Oh my God.
Wow.
How can you not? Everyone in Pittsburgh has a cleft palate. Awful city. I had 9 people at every show at the fucking Improv.
I didn't know this was a touchy subject with you.
How can it not be? Calls him he's a cleft palate. We're supposed to go, hey, you're brave, facing your injury. Ugh.
Wow.
You know what you should do if you have a cleft palate? Move to Alaska because it's night for half the year and people won't see it. I gotta build an igloo and live in that. Awful. What would you do if you brought home a girl and she had a cleft pussy lip? You'd punch her in the stomach and kick her out. You wouldn't talk to her like she was an equal. Ugh. Stupid knife slash on the face lip. Fuck off.
He's hurting me.
You imagine having to kiss that. It's like, this is a kiss. But his kiss is probably this. Like that fucking half an awful.
Can I make out with the right side of the left tonight?
Holy ass.
Oh, that's got to be awful.
Hey, Doug, what's going on?
Hey, not much.
All right.
I learned this morning that if you really want to get back at somebody, you put gas in that fuel tank.
What an idiot I am.
Very good.
Can't really show them. He put in regular instead of premium. Help! Help! There's gas in my fuel tank! Who punched you, son? Nobody. I was born this way. Ugh.
I'm sweating.
Where does this come
Always
from?
have to be careful you don't make B or P sounds because they go like this. I'm a good boy. I'm a good boy. You're a good boy. What is that?
Where does this come from?
What?
He really has a cleft palate
No, I've
problem.
known you for a long time.
Where did I just think of a cleft palate? I saw a guy. It was in a Starbucks. I was buying coffee one time, and the kid behind
Starbucks?
Yeah, Starbucks. You want a nice grind? I want anything as long as you don't speak. Just nod. Just nod. If you have a cleft palate, where you should be is a bank robber because it's acceptable to put a bandana across the lower half of your face.
Bank robber in the 1800s.
That should be your profession of choice.
Oh, wow.
You know what they should say?
Yeah.
This should be every bit of dialogue in a hospital. Mr. and Mrs. fill in name here. Your boy/girl was born with a cleft palate, and the parent should respond, so how did you euthanize it?
Wow. Not to break it up, look at Ozzy's daughter's tits.
Oh my
Is that
God.
Kelly? Wow. Very
Kelly
good.
Osbourne's tits are
Those are fat
huge.
tits, though. They're fat tits.
Yeah, but that's, she still has youth with her, so it's okay.
Not really, man.
She has a good 8 inches of cleavage.
Yeah, but she's wearing the low cut, so you're not paying attention to how awful the rest of her body is.
Yeah, but look at the cleavage.
Dude, you get
Behind Ben's head.
Anyone else notice that only the fat girls dye their hair like that?
Now you want to take the attention off of the...
Yeah,
Exactly.
Fat
body.
girls like to dye their hair crazy colors so you don't notice how fat they are.
Yeah.
So,
She's got such a cute face.
that's not a bad suggestion. So, by the way...
Those are nice. Those are nice, though.
Norton, how much would you love to bang her just to say you banged her? Because
I would
Ozzy-
love to, but I also want to throw out the suggestion. I don't want to say the name again, but if you're one of these people walking around with an unpleasant split lip, dye yourself from the neck down a color like pink or yellow so people don't look at you above the shoulders.
Jesus.
Wow. I had no idea that was in you about those people.
I didn't either until he called up and offered that up. I never thought about it before.
So you thought he wanted us to feel sorry for him?
No, I don't know why he said it. If he walked in and had that, I probably wouldn't make any remark. Because they could, guys, what am I going to do? How do you fight a guy like that?
This all
Hey,
happened
do you want a
after,
fat? Forget it.
after the iced latte. This all happened.
Yeah, I know. Let's say hi to the henchman.
What's going on, guys?
See, this is why we should do morning radio.
Hey, man.
Because you're meaner.
He's all cranky.
I love the cranky Jim
Who
Norton.
knew there was a cleft lip?
You were too happy when we were doing afternoon radio.
As long as I know you're not going to get mad at me for complaining about stuff, I will, because believe me, I'm not going to mention any names, but someone's going to get it this week. Someone is going to get a good dose this week.
All right. Henchman, we didn't hear you, so start over. Go ahead.
I guess I'm not going to tell you about my deviated septum, but...
No, that doesn't bother me, dude, because you don't have to look at that.
Today I learned you guys have the audience and production values of college radio.
Yeah, that's so true. 1 minute to go.
But it's 6 minutes up, Ben.
I know. What if we want to just go late?
Yeah, what if we want to talk a few minutes?
Yes, Ben?
Well, it's up to Martini Steve.
We can't hear you, Steve.
It's not up to me at all, actually. It's
I
up
can't
to the
hear you,
folks
Steve.
What do you say, Steve?
Well, there are going to be some days we want to just continue. There he goes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Martini Steve.
All right. Now how many seconds left?
1 minute exactly.
I thought you said 1 minute, 20
I
seconds
said
ago.
1.5
Hey,
minutes.
Steve?
Yes.
Who is the sociopath with the buttons all the way up to the top done behind you? Who is that?
He's the guy that's going to fix your goddamn headphones.
Oh, he's a frightening guy.
Now he's not.
Now he's not. Thank you.
He's
one of the
scary
tech
dude.
guys that are going to straighten out this mess.
He's
How
one
do
of
you
the,
normally get them in the car, sir? With candy or a puppy?
Hope he doesn't have a cleft palate.
No doubt. All right, well, should we just leave then?
Yeah.
How much time now,
have him,
Steve?
We'll have him fix our electronics.
exactly 20 seconds right now.
Hopefully we have, 20 hours to fix some of the stuff?
Well, we fixed a lot of things today.
Yeah, but hopefully they're not all screwed up tomorrow. Like when we get here, are we going to have to spend time trying to log into the computers again?
I'm hoping to get a password.
Are you? Yeah.
We were a little more gooder today than yesterday.
A tad more gooder?
A tad more gooder. Getting gooder every day.
My password is going to be cleft palate.
How do you spell ugh?
We're out.
Prepare to be wowed.
What knockers? Whip 'em out Wednesday.
Okay, fine. Wow me.
I went to Cancun for vacation about a year ago.